It's about the I got to say, it's the stupidest thing in sports.
Gets the ball, gets back, pulls up for the win. Got it! Detroit basketball.
Oh, Holloman looks the clock, half court for the win.
Oh! The Lions go for it. The Vikings bring it. He's a pass. It's a touchdown to give. Javi Baez homered earlier. First one in the air, deep left field again. Yes, Tigers win. Javi is unstoppable.
This is BS Sports.
Hi. Hello. I've got a chicken pot pie. I figured that's how I would start this live broadcast because I barely got out of work in time to make it to this. And therefore, I did not have enough time to eat dinner before. So we're going to eat this chicken pot pie together. I've already begun eating it because I am very hungry. But just like last week, I'm going to have my food while we're doing the show. I don't know how this has managed to happen now twice, but it is what it is. We still got about 4 or so minutes left until the game starts. And bon appetit, as they say in Canada. Some parts of Canada. But man, I got to tell you guys, I'm a little nervous about this game. And by a little nervous, I mean I'm actually very nervous. Like, spread right now, I'm looking at it. It just moved to -6.5. Detroit. It was -5.5. So I guess that makes me feel better. But secondary is decimated. Baker is just feisty. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't feel great. I think the Lions can win. Well, of course, I think the Lions can win. And I picked them to win, but I am very nervous. This is going to be one of those games going to come down to the wire, as I think Tampa Bay has managed to do pretty much all year. They're also undefeated on the road, which is concerning. Oh boy. These microwave chicken pot pies, though, these are game changers. Is this the Eli's? Lies. Eli's. Yes. This commercial. Oh, man. If you see me squinting or otherwise making weird faces, it's because it's hot. And I'm just so hungry, and it doesn't matter. I don't care if my taste buds go away. Taste buds, in my opinion, a little overrated. In my humble opinion. A little overrated. All right. I'll switch it over to ABC because I know this game is on both ESPN and ABC. What is this nonsense? Oh, this isn't local news. This is national news. I thought it was local news. I was about to just slander. Yeah, Philadelphia, definitely not local news. That was David Muir. Goodbye, David Muir. Do people watch David Muir? Do people watch any news ever? I guess people do. They wouldn't put it on TV. People weren't watching, right? All right. I'm going to set this down. Just because I am actually kind of burning my tongue a little bit, and I don't want to... I need to speak. That's the problem. You know what? Obviously, I want the Lions to win. But just for my own... I would be just having a long day at work, you know, I guess not stress eating exactly, but having to eat really quickly and not have to enjoy my dinner. Like what I need to end my day, to start my work week, what I need is a Lions victory by like 30 points. You know what I want? I want 31-0 at the end of the third quarter. That's what I would want. I want Aiden Hutchinson to get a pick six and Baker Mayfield to be benched. Not for an injury. Just in general. I mean, I guess whatever way benches him. I'm not saying I want him to get hurt. I'm saying I want him to get benched. Anyway, I'm going to get myself in trouble. I'm hungry. I'm allowed to say crazy things. That's how that works. Oh, here's not Phil Collins performing in the air tonight. Who is this guy? Because it sounds like it's just lip synced. That's not Phil Collins. That's some other guy. Why couldn't they get the real Phil Collins? I know he's old, but he's not that old, actually. He's 74. That's not that old. That's like, I mean, it's not, he's not a spring chicken, but he's not like senile. He might be senile. I actually don't. I hope Phil Collins is doing okay. Best Disney original soundtrack, Tarzan, the animated feature. I don't know if that's the official name of it, but easily the best Disney soundtrack. You cannot convince me otherwise. Oh man, okay. I'm like really nervous right now, guys. I'm really nervous. It's prime time. The world is watching. We need to have a monster game. We need to show the world that we are the best team out of the NFC. You want to be the best, you got to beat the best. The Bucs have the best record in the NFC going into this game. We have not lost a back-to-back game in years, but my thought about that is like, well, you haven't lost a back-to-back game until you lose a back-to-back game. And this could be the night. I don't know. We'll see. I'm very nervous. Why did Joe Buck just throw a stray at the Detroit Tigers? Why did he do that? Did you hear? That was crazy. He just was like, oh, where the Tigers didn't move on. Well, thanks, Joe. Like, you jerk. Oh, my gosh. I realized my cellular telephone. I need that for if there is craziness. Okay. Lions are wearing their black unis. The Motor City Muscle, as they call it, with the blue helmets and the black Bubbles the Lion logo. All right, so who's starting with the football? This will change my feeling. If I know who's starting with the football. All right, come on. Lions are starting with the football. I hate this. I hate starting with... It feels like every game this year we started with the football. I hate starting with the football. Why is Cam Newton on my screen right now? Why? Get this out of here. All right. Apparently we just took it out just past the 30. I don't know why this video is like yeah, thank you. My goodness. All right. Goff out there to lead the offense. First drive of the night. First down and 10. Ball is placed at his own 31-yard line. I believe that was Jahmyr Gibbs in the backfield. They had a fullback back there. No, they moved him in motion. There's the snap. Play action pass coming. Goff gets rid of it. It is incomplete to Amon-Ra. A little high. He was under some immediate pressure, but he had Amon-Ra wide open. Little overthrown. Not the way to start. Eesh. That is, I mean, if Amon-Ra catches that, he could have gone. Oh, man. All right, well, it's just one play. Second down and 10. Goff going to throw it again. Goff once again under some pressure. He gets rid of it to Gibbs, who cuts to the inside. There goes Gibbs. Now past the 50, 45, 40, and brought down out of bounds into Buccaneer territory. I did see that, Dennis. It's maybe the Colts are for real. I'm still not convinced. It's weird because they're 6-1. They got the best record in the AFC. I'm still not convinced. All right. So Lions lose a big play on a bad throw from Goff. Then they make it right back up with a good catch and run from Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs wearing the pink gloves, I'm assuming for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Is that pink? Magenta, maybe? It looked kind of magenta. Handoff goes to Gibbs, and he will get to the line of scrimmage. He might have picked up a yard there. He was getting swamped. All right. Again with the bots. Away. Away with you, robot. Away with you. Taylor Decker back in at left tackle. Good to see that. Missed the last couple of games. Now Goff going in the shotgun with Gibbs to his right. St. Brown going in motion to the left side. Laporta going in motion to the right side. St. Brown and J-Mo directly behind one another. Handoff goes to Gibbs. Gibbs tries a spin move. He is brought down at about the 35-yard line. It'll be third down. First third down of the day for Detroit. In positive territory. Certainly, I'd say, in field goal range for Jake Bates. But against this Buccaneer offense, I would rather you get all the points you can get, especially early. Khalif Raymond going in motion there. Now to the right side. Goff calling kill. Third down and 6. There's a snap. Pass coming. Goff has time. Now rolling. Goff looking, throwing. It is incomplete. There's a flag down in the secondary. Khalif Raymond was the intended receiver. I think this is going to be on Tampa. And yes, it is. This will be an auto first. Believe there was a hold. It's going to be illegal contact on the defense. It's an auto first. You'll take that. Extends the drive. Jacob Parrish, number 25 there. Illegal contact. Hits Jamison Williams a little early. Wow. Man, yeah, I think Goff kind of wanted J-Mo there. And then I think the moment he realized that flag was going to get thrown, rolled out, got rid of the football. There's a handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs. He runs into a wall of white jerseys and only picks up a couple. They're going to say 3 yards on the play. 12 and a half to go in the opening quarter. Drive has been extended by 1 penalty to Tampa Bay, but outside of that, the Lions offensively have nothing but positive yardage. I don't know who that was on the sideline for Tampa Bay that was getting looked at. Goff once again in the shotgun. He's got Gibbs this time to his left. Laporta goes in motion to the right side. Pass coming. Goff looking, throwing, middle, caught. St. Brown, he's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Amon-Ra starts the scoring for Detroit. He gets 6 on the board, 27 yards. That is how you start the night. If you're going to start with the football, you better march down the field and score a touchdown, and they did just that. Wasted very little time. 11:59 to go in the opening quarter. And you can thank Tampa Bay's defense for that illegal contact penalty extending this drive. This is a very similar play to the first play of the game where Goff missed St. Brown. He didn't miss him the second time. 69 yards and 3:01 burn from the clock. As here is the extra point. It is up, and it is right down the middle and good. 7-0 Detroit. That is how you start the night. Love that. That's a great opening drive. All right, chicken pot pie. Oh, they already played Detroit Rock City. They can't play that song anymore on the broadcast. They already burned that one. This is my dinner, just for the record. I didn't eat dinner. I got home late from work. Do not judge me. No judgment allowed. Chicken pot pie is delicious.
All right. Same thing?
Yep. This is our year.
You know, if getting AT&T's best deal on the new iPhone 17 Pro without beating the most expensive plan taught me anything, is that switching things up can be a good call. So how about we try something that's timeless?
Oh, yeah. Good call. Ooh. Get the all-new iPhone 17 Pro on us. Designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet. Most expensive plan not required.
With the new IHOP value menu, $6 is all it takes to go to your happy place. Where your breakfast faves like pancakes, eggs, and bacon, or French toast with sausage and eggs are all just $6. The new value menu, every day at IHOP.
Big deals are breaking right now at Old Navy. Here's Crystal Claire.
With over 1,000 new arrivals, postiness should increase as temperatures drop. And as denim sweeps across the country, expect high-rise visibility. My name's Crystal Claire, and I'm out of my chair.
The NFL International News continue on NFL Network.
They're playing a game in Madrid. All right. Okay.
This is kind of crazy that over the last two seasons, by quarter, it's been a slow start in the first quarter. That's just his second first quarter touchdown.
Really? That is Goff's second first quarter touchdown of the year. I guess the Lions, I guess it's not that surprising, actually, when I think back. They have kind of started slow in most of their games. And then in the second and third quarter, they just blow guys out. Anyway, here's Jake Bates out for the first time tonight, and, well, hopefully not the last. Kickoff taken out from inside the 5. Looking for a lane out front. He's got a big hole past the 40. Got a man to beat. He's brought down to the 50, but there is a flag down, and this will likely be coming back. It is definitely coming back. Woo! And it is going to be a holding on Tampa Bay. That'll bring them way back. So Detroit avoids giving up big field position. Anytime you have some of these big runs, you're always looking for, okay, is somebody holding? And yeah, it's about as bad as you can get. Merriweather there. So now the Lions have the Bucs pinned at their own 15-yard line. Baker Mayfield will start this game under center. Rashad White, his running back. Bucky Irving still out due to injury. Mayfield takes the snap. He's going to hand it to White. White is going to carry it for about 5 yards. It'll be second down at the 20. Hallett, was that Hallett the second made the tackle? We're going to have a lot of I don't know who this guy is because our secondary is absolutely decimated with injury. So second down and 5. Ball now at their own 20. Mayfield under center again. White once again in the backfield. Very similar formation. There's your snap. Play action pass. Mayfield under pressure. Mayfield rolling. Now he's going to keep it. Tries to juke a defender and he falls down and he's sacked. Jack Campbell is going to touch him down. That'll count as a sack. Baker Mayfield tried to make a move on him and he fell to the ground. It'll be a loss of 1 on the play, third down and 6. Boy, he had a lot of green grass. He did not need to try to break somebody's ankles. He just slipped. No other way to put it. I think he was looking for a flag there. Jack Campbell was trying to touch him down. That's a perfectly clean play. I don't know what he's asking about, but right now he's in the shotgun. He's going to throw. Mayfield looking, once again under pressure, throw, it is caught and brought out of bounds by Amik Robertson, and it'll be fourth down, and the punt team's got to come out early for the Buccaneers. That is a huge start to the night for the Lion defense. 2 pressures on those plays that forced Baker out of the pocket. And some great tackling there by the secondary, Amik Robertson. So Khalif Raymond back out to receive this punt. Riley Dixon will punt it away from his own 21-yard line. Well, that's where the ball is starting, I should say. There's the snap. Punt is up and away. And Raymond is going to wave for a fair catch at his own 35-yard line. So in comes Jared Goff for trip number 2. Lions up 7-0. They force a 3-and-out. All right, that made me feel good, guys. I still need to eat more chicken pot pie.
Just trying to be honest with you. Watching it be true is not a weekend play. Hey, let's give it up for that guy. Chris, we can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect you from not overdue with us. You're watching TV, not supervising it. Sit down and relax.
4th and inches, 4th and 10, or 4th and a fighting chance. At Henry Ford Health, we go for it. We go for it for our patients, teammates, friends, and family. In the labs, hospitals, clinics, and partnerships all around the state. We go for it for millions of people who deserve a better quality of life. We go for it because we have to. It's who we are. We are Henry.
That's a first down.
I won.
All right. I was going to say, I had a feeling we'd be back. Oh. Long Family Orchard and Farm in Commerce Township. Oh, this is the one where they have the crazy designs. It's crazy. How do they do that? That's amazing. All right, anyway. Lions offense back out on the field. Up 7-0. Defense just came up with a huge stop. Offense, let's give them a lead. I mean, you already gave them a lead, but let's give them even bigger of a lead. Jamison Williams going in motion to the right-hand side. Now Goff calling a little bit of an audible. He's going to move to the shotgun. St. Brown on the left side with Montgomery to his right. He's going to throw. Jared, under some pressure, airs it out. Wide open is St. Brown. He's going to force his way out of bounds into Buccaneer territory. That's a big chunk play that this offense was known for really all of last year. And they've had some of those plays this year, but so far, it's been a lot of chunk plays from 1-4 in black. So now the ball is at the Tampa Bay 41-yard line, just like that. There's your snap. Handoff goes to David Montgomery, and he will get to the 40-yard line for about a 1-yard pickup. Maybe he gets to the 39. They might give him 2. So we'll call it just a 1-yard gain. 2nd down and 9. There's your snap. Play action. Goff going to throw under some pressure. Goff gets rid of it. Finds Brock Wright. He'll be short of the first down marker, but still a pickup of positive yardage. which given the pressure that was coming on Goff, you'll take that. It'll be 3rd down and 4, 5-yard gain from the tight end. Lions faced a 3rd down earlier in this game. It was converted thanks to a penalty. Ball is at the Tampa Bay 35. Once again, certainly in field goal range for Jake Bates. But given the injuries in the defense, you want to add points on. Goff going to throw. Goff under pressure. Finally gets rid of it. No, the ball came out, and Tampa Bay's got it. Oh, man. Strip sack, and Tampa Bay gets the ball back. Pressure was coming. Goff could not get rid of it. Yeah, that's a fumble. Ball does not come forward. That's the right call. That is, oh, man. The defensive line brought the pressure on Jared, and that play didn't have much of a chance. Well, that is unfortunate because Tampa Bay is going to have real good field position taking over. And the robots are back. Get out of here, robot. I'm going through it right now. Just had a strip sack. Can't have it.
Just a flicker on the screen, asking a simple question. What do you see?
The new monster menu is now a Burger King.
Really?
Try fully fun for all new families. Sink your teeth into the new monster menu at BK.
I'm like so social. No, he's so much taller in person. I'm struggling with those proportions. Yeah, because you're taking too long. With the one time I saw I was playing under 2 minutes on the back cover. Little to the right, G. Yeah. If they can perform that fast, why can't I? Well,
Spitting feet.
sure. What was that?
Get more than just savings. Get more with Geico. With the first pick, I'm taking the MVP of finances. SoFi Plus. But I was the MVP. Did you earn $1,000 plus an annual value across any bond investing form?
I think what I like least about that, obviously, your defense gives you a 3 and out, and you get nothing out of that on top of the fact that you give them good field position because of a turnover. I'd even rather a pick in that spot because at least you're going to be putting them, maybe like their own like 30, maybe they're 20, depending on where the throw is going. But strip sack, that's brutal. That's brutal. But the offensive line needs to do a better job. Goff has got like 2 seconds. He's got less than 2 seconds, I should say. Throw the football. He's going to need some better protection. Oh, I got Commanders Chiefs next week for Monday Night Football. All right. 7:42 to go in the opening quarter. Lions up 7-0. But the Buccaneers have swung the momentum their way with a strip sack. Ball at their own 40. Best starting field position of the night for them on just drive number 2. Baker calling an audible. He's going to move to the shotgun. There's the snap. Baker going to throw. Whistle being blown. This play is going to be blown dead. There is a flag down. Johnson with the reception, but there's no play. They're going to call a false start on Tampa Bay. And the Ford Field effect having its moment here. Making it 1st down and 15. Now you got to get off the field here, defense. Yeah, I mean, there was not really anybody open. There's just not a whole lot of time. It's good defense for sure. 1st down and 15. Ball now at his own 35. Mayfield going to throw. Mayfield airing it out. It is incomplete. Wanted Mike Evans. Overthrew him. It's 2nd down and 15. Mike Evans is, I I don't know if he's been hurt all year, but it's certainly his first target in a while. Fortunately for him, not the best throw. That stops the clock with 7:38 to go in the opening quarter. It feels like it's been an eternity since this game has started, and yet we're not even all that close to the end of the first. Mayfield once again in the shotgun. He's going to throw. Baker looking, throws it up the middle. It is caught and then tackled there at about the 45, maybe the 45-yard line, short of the first down marker, makes it third down by Alex Anzalone. Cade Otton, the tight end. It was a little bit of a wobbly throw from Baker. I think it got tipped there by Derek Barnes, who just a few seasons ago ended Baker Mayfield's year. That's just unfortunate. Derek Barnes makes a great play tipping that ball, but Cade Otton, right place, right time. Kelvin Shepard is yelling something on the sideline. Third down and 7, though. Ball just shy of the 45. Mayfield going to throw. Mayfield's pass is caught and brought down for a loss by Jack Campbell. Another 3 and out forced by this Lions defense, and the punt unit's coming out again. Jack Campbell with 2 big plays for a loss today. The sack on Baker Mayfield, and now the tackle on the screen pass to Rashad White. Kelvin Shepard likes what he's seeing. He's flexing on the sideline. My goodness, can he play? Look at his arm. Former Detroit Lion, Kelvin Shepard. There's the snap, and there is the second punt of the night. Khalif Raymond going to fair catch this one right in front of the defender inside his own 15-yard line. So now for trip number 3, Jared Goff comes in with a 7-0 lead. His defense, 2 great stops. 6:08 to go. Another commercial, man. This is ridiculous. This feels like college football. All right. I can't eat any more chicken pot pie. I'm too nervous. Meanwhile, I got Cam Newton on my screen right now looking like the Riddler. What is that outfit he's got on? Come on, man. All right. Let's score here. Let's get a touchdown. Let's burn the rest of this first quarter as well. Let's get a touchdown. Go up 14-0. Oh, man. Okay. But I'm feeling good. Defense is playing well. First couple of drives, forcing some 3 and outs. I like that. I need to just feel secure. I need the offense to just march down the field. They should be marching on the field. This Bucs defense is not supposed to be all that good. They get a good defensive line, but their secondary, it's very similar to our story, I guess. I think that's why Jared Goff is throwing so much. We're not running the ball nearly to the degree that we normally do. Gibbs has just got 7 yards on the ground. Do you think the Jason Kelce Marriott commercial is more prevalent on ABC because he works for ESPN? I feel like that's probably the case. That would make sense. If I was Jason Kelce's agent, I'd be like, yeah, you're working for ESPN. You better have your commercial on their network. Aaron Glenn or Kelvin Shepard? It's still too early to tell. I'm not willing to go one direction or the other, but Kelvin Shepard, the early returns are quite good. And the problem, though, is depending on how it looks by the end of the year with injuries and stuff, Aaron Glenn really did not have a great injury luck. In 23, he had his secondary completely decimated. In 24, he had his everything decimated. And he still did a pretty decent job for the most part, minus the divisional round, which we won't talk about. All right. Lions going to start from their own 14-yard line. This is as deep as they have been tonight. Goff under center. Gibbs is in the backfield. There's the snap. Handoff goes to Jameer, and he will pick up about 3 on the play. Oh, man, look at this. Mayfield picked by the Browns, Darnold picked by the Jets, and Daniel Jones picked by the Giants. None of them are on their remaining team. None of them are on the team that drafted them. There are like multiple teams, I think, with Daniel Jones, because he was on the Vikings last year, I believe. He was the backup on the Vikings. All right. 2nd down and 7. Gibbs to Goff's right in the shotgun. There's the snap. He's going to throw. Goff airs it out to Amon-Ra, who breaks free. There goes Amon-Ra for another first down catch and run. Benjamin Morrison, he just walked by him. It was like Amon-Ra did Ultra Instinct and just like escorted him to his left. Look at this. Just stops, and there he goes. So now final 5 minutes of the opening quarter. Lions with a 7-0 lead, looking to add on here. Gonna need a lot more than that. Gibbs gets the handoff, and he will go for a gain of about maybe 4 on the run there. I would give you the yardage, but right now, Channel 53 ABC WLAJ is showing me the lottery number results. So if you had the daily 3, your winning numbers are 589, and your daily 4 are 1527. So if you have those numbers, congrats. Don't spend it all on drugs. Handoff goes to Gibbs, and he's got a big hole for a run for a first down just past the 45-yard line. And now the run game, a couple of nice runs there from Gibbs, starting to show a little bit of life here. If the Lions can establish the run, they can control the clock, they can control the game. Lions moving quickly here. Play action pass coming. Goff rolling, still rolling. He's going to keep it. Look at Jared Goff into Buccaneer territory, but shy of the first down marker. Vanilla Vic is what they call him in the streets of Detroit. He's got about a 6-yard carry. Once again, Lions not letting this Bucs defense get set. They're just moving quickly. Now they're starting to slow down, getting out of the huddle. But that last play, I don't know if that was I doubt that was a design run, but it was definitely a play that was designed to catch the defense off guard. Pass coming. Goff airs it out to Gibbs. He's got room up front. Look at Gibbs cutting to the inside, and he will be brought down just past the 25. And the Lions marching down the field once again. All 3 drives, they have gotten into Tampa Bay territory. They have been successful in just one of them. They have actually not made it to the red zone tonight, despite the 7-0 lead. They're only a few yards out from there. That's great blocking by Sam Laporta as well. And good on Gibbs to kind of ride the wave there of his tight end. Goff takes the snap. He's going to toss it out to Gibbs, and Gibbs is going to be brought down for a big loss to about the 29-yard line. Vita Vea, the captain out there on the defense, he just forced his way to bring down Jahmyr Gibbs. And there was a decent hole there, but unfortunately the rookie Tate Ratledge up against one of the best defensive linemen in football. That's baptism by fire. So it'll be 2nd down and 13. Lions have the ball at the Buccaneer 26. Pass coming from Jared. Jared throws it quickly to Brock Wright. Short gain. It'll be 3rd down. A little bit more manageable. About a 5-yard pickup there. But once again, if you're Detroit, you marched all the way down this way. Got to score a touchdown here. It'll be 3rd down and 9 on the 4-yard pickup. Goff 7 for 8 so far with a touchdown and over 100 yards. 130 to be exact. Just over a minute and a half to go in the opening quarter. There's your snap. Pass coming. Goff throws it up the middle. It is caught by Khalif Raymond. He's going to be about 2 yards short into the red zone. And what do you think Dan Campbell's going to do here? He's got a chance to extend his lead with a field goal, or he wants to keep his offense out on the field, and that is exactly what he is going to do. A minute to go in the opening quarter, and he wants to really drive this one in. 4th down and 2. Goff is in the shotgun. Ball is at the Tampa Bay 15. Pass coming. Jarrett going for the end zone. It's overthrown, incomplete. Wanted Isaac Tesla. No flag. It'll be a turnover on downs, and the Lions march all the way down the field and get a big fat 0. I mean, okay. I get being aggressive here, but I don't think you need to shoot for the end zone on that play. You need 2 yards. You shouldn't be going to the end zone on that play. I don't think that was the right call there by John Morton or Jarrett, whoever decided they were going to take a shot. I don't think that's the right call. You're giving the Buccaneers life once again. Back-to-back turnovers, that one on downs, getting their offense back out on the field. Baker is calling some sort of audible on his offensive line. Got to be hard to hear, though. 5 seconds. There's the snap. Handoff goes to White, and White will be met by a series of black jerseys for a gain of maybe 1. Lopez was in there for the tackle, and that should be the end of the first quarter. I don't think they're going to run another play here. It'll be 2nd down and 9 if they do, and I don't believe they will. The play clock is ahead of the game clock, so they're just going to let this one roll out, and they will take a gingerly jog down to the opposite side of the field. So, after 1, the Lions with a 7-0 lead, but they have left points on the board on multiple occasions. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs got the ball, 2nd down and 9, pinned pretty deep. That was the longest first quarter of my life. 37 minutes. 37 minutes for the first quarter. Oh man, I'm upset that we didn't end up with some points on the board there. Like, I get the aggressiveness. I just don't think you have to go for the end zone on that play. You could have just, honestly, you might have been able to just run that with Gibbs. I don't know. It's easy to go back and, what you should have done. I don't know. It just seems like a weird call to leave it to your rookie receiver, Isaac Tesla, who's only got like 4 catches on the year. It would have been awesome if he caught it, but I don't know. I didn't like the call. What? You can get a Cajun-style turkey from Popeyes? They give you a whole... how much is that? It's got to be like $50. How much is a regular turkey? I don't know. I don't buy the turkey for Thanksgiving. It's not cheap, right? Oh my gosh. Every commercial becomes eternally longer. Man, we could be up 21-0. That's what's so I understand. You're not going to score a touchdown every single drive. I know. But we could be up 10-0 at least. Like if Goff just gets sacked on the play where he got strip sacked and you get a field goal, could have been up at least 10-0. Gosh. But first quarter, Lions dominated time of possession, but yet it's still a 1-possession game, 7-0. Lions got as many points as they do first downs. 2nd down and 9, Baker Mayfield under center, White in the backfield. Ball is at about his own 16. Play action pass coming. Baker loads up a deep shot. It is caught. There is a flag down. Rock Ya-Sin was covering Mike Evans. And I think it's going to be a penalty on Detroit. There were 2 flags. Did I just hear? How did Mike Evans catch that football? That's incredible. 1. Ooh. Did he? I mean, I guess a penalty is going to... I don't know if he caught this. So... Okay, so defensive holding. That penalty's declined. And then defensive pass interference. Oh, so actually, I think they called it an incomplete pass. So it was an incomplete pass, so they take the penalty to get the first down. That's tough. It's the first down of the night for Tampa Bay, and it's on a penalty. Rock Ya-Sin. I keep calling him Rock Ya-Sin. I'm just going to keep calling him Rock Ya-Sin. Wasn't bad coverage, but too much contact. Certainly too much contact on a superstar receiver like Mike Evans. They're going to call that every time. Baker under center. There's the snap. Handoff goes to White, and he will be swallowed up by Jack Campbell. Another tackle in there for him. It'll be 2nd down and 9? It'll be 2nd down and 8. They'll give him 2. Baker 3 for 4 for 9 yards. But yet right now he's in the best field position of the day. Pass coming. Baker looking, throws on a screen, block there, and it'll be brought down just short of the sticks. Rachaad White had a blocker up front to give him extra yardage. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Boy, it would be huge if this defense can make a big play here again. They've been asked to do a lot early. They dominated the first quarter, but a lot more to play. Oh, the 3rd down signs are now black. That's interesting. Because they're wearing the black uniforms. Okay. Anyway, 3rd down and 3. Ball is at the 47-yard line of Tampa Bay. Need to get to midfield. Pass coming. Baker looking. Pass is tipped and incomplete. Aleem McNeil making his presence known. 4th down and 3, and the punt team is coming out again. Good to see Aleem back there on the defensive line and making a play. Oh, man, another great stop by this defense. Look at that. McNeil getting his big right hand, just knocked that ball. It was up in the air for a while. I thought maybe somebody was going to try to make a move for it, but it was a little too far out. Khalif Raymond once again back out there to receive the punt. There's your snap, and there's your punt. Raymond, he's going to fair catch this one at about the 14-yard line, so pretty much identical to where they were before. So now with 13-16 to go in the half, the Buccaneers will start with the football to start the 3rd quarter. So once again, you got to be up 2 possessions going into the 2nd half. It's still 7-0. The defense is playing real good so far. Oh, man. Can we please just get some points? Can we please? Preferably a touchdown. Just give me a touchdown. I'll feel good. But obviously, you need the defense to continue to do what they're doing anyway. But I need a touchdown. I need that for security. Okay. Is this Spanish song? Is this one of those the songs by the what's his name, Bad Bunny? This Wingstop commercial? Is that one of his songs? And if you think that's me being, racist or whatever, all of his songs are in Spanish. How am I supposed to know? I don't. It's Spanish music. I don't know. This might shock you to believe, but I don't actually listen to music in Spanish. I don't. I don't really listen to much pop music to begin with. So it's really a bad combination for the Super Bowl halftime show for me. It's like pop music, which I'm already like, okay, not that interested. And also in Spanish. I'm gonna need she's really not helping me out. Even like last year, like I knew who Kendrick Lamar was, but I didn't know like any of the songs. I didn't. I guess I had heard about the one where he called Drake a pedophile. I'd heard about this culturally, but I didn't know the song. Apparently, like when they said, "Oh, this is a song," I was like, "Oh, okay." Where does he say Drake likes underage girls? Where does he say that? It's a little more subtle than that. He doesn't just say that outright. I don't know. Why didn't he get me to write his music? I could tell him how to do it. I know lyrics. I got some good words. All right. Sorry, whenever I'm nervous, I have to just talk about things. So that's what I'm doing during commercials. All right. Lions offense back out there for another trip. They are 1 for 3 so far in touchdown drives on the night. 2 turnovers ended the last 2 drives. Goff takes the snap, play action pass, under pressure. Goff gets rid of it on a screen to David Montgomery. He's got room up front. There goes Montgomery past the 25 and down at about the 29-yard line. Boy, that was making something out of nothing because Goff had a defender coming for his backside. And good on Jared to be able to find David Montgomery on the screen. And I don't know how Dave Montgomery was able to break free there. That's what's so crazy. 114 yards after the catch tonight for the Lions. They got 147 receiving yards total, so most of them coming after the catch. Another handoff goes to David Montgomery for a loss of a couple. Vita Vea, once again, not allowing the Lions to run the football. It'll be 2nd down and 12. Goff now under center. And I believe there was some movement. Whistles coming in. It's going to be a false start. That is Penei Sewell, the captain there on that defensive line, one of the best offensive tackles in the league. Boy, that is unusual for him. I can't remember the last time he was called for a penalty. So now it'll be 2nd down and 17. Lions going to need some chunk plays here. Not how you want to start a drive after, once again, your defense comes up with some big stops. Pass coming. Jared throws it up the middle to St. Brown. He's going to pick up most of those yards down to about the 36-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and much more manageable. So you'll take that for sure, but you need a little bit more now. Amon-Ra already making his presence known early. He's pretty much been the only receiver that's gotten the football. Him and, like, the running backs. Goff calling for kill. Pass coming. Goff under pressure, and he's brought down and sacked. And that will end this drive. And the punt team's coming out for the first time tonight for Detroit. You would think that's a good sign, but unfortunately it is just 7-0. And the Lions offense is just unable to consistently get anything going. pass rush for Tampa Bay has been there. So it'll be 4th down and 17. You're basically right back where you started with that penalty. Jack Fox punts it up and away to about the 25 and will be taken out from there and tackled just past the 35-yard line on the return. So with 10:08 to go in the half, Baker Mayfield once again is given the football, down just 7. Is that the Gordie Howe bridge that they were showing? That monstrosity of a contraption. It looks awful. It looks terrible. All right, defense. Once again, we're at this point, we're just putting this whole game on the defense. And somehow they've managed to keep us in this game because the offense is just getting in its own way. That's 3 straight drives that ended in nothing. And 2 of them, you could have had something, even if just a field goal. Oh my gosh. I'm very nervous. I'm still very nervous. Man, if we were up, can we just be up double digits in the second quarter? We need to get a turnover. That's what we need. Tampa Bay's, I guess technically they've got 2. If you count the turnover on downs as a turnover. But, man, we need to get to the quarterback too. I mean, I guess we got as many sacks as they do, but I need Hutchinson to rip off Baker's head or something. Not literally. Come on, guys. Oh my gosh. We're already feeding into the local commercials. Just come on, man. I'm so nervous. This is just, the nerves are unreal right now. All right. Goff is 10 for 12 for 164 yards and a touchdown. Todd Bowles has managed to hold him off, though. I mean, despite the numbers, it's just drives are not finishing. Mayfield on a play action. He's going to throw. Mayfield going deep, and a lot of receivers in the area. It'll be incomplete. Tez Johnson was the intended receiver. There was a lot of black jerseys in the area. It'll end up as just an incomplete pass. But that was kind of an awkward play. You had Mike Evans and Tez Johnson both kind of run into each other as well. As I believe the safety there, Hallett, was trying to jump for the football and ended up colliding. So 2nd down and 10. 3 seconds on the play clock. He doesn't have the ball. And there it is. Another pass coming. Blitz coming. Pass is caught and brought down there at the 40 by Rock Ya-Sin and Alex Anzalone. It'll be 3rd down again. 3rd down and 6. And look at the secondary. Meek Robertson, Arthur Mollett, Eric Hallett, Thomas Harper, and Rock Ya-Sin. That is just crazy. Every single member of the secondary starting group is out with injury. Here we go. 3rd down and 6. Got to come up with another stop here. Mayfield gonna throw. Mayfield under pressure. Throw is caught, and I think, and they're gonna call him just enough for a first. Oh man, that was really close. Yeah, that's a first down. I don't think there's enough there. Oh my gosh, they got 3 guys on the hutch. That's funny. It'll be first down. Second in the NFL in pressure rate is Hutchinson. Pass coming. Mayfield airs it out deep. Nobody even remotely close. Second down and 10. I don't know. Some sort of miscommunication there offensively. Mike Evans is talking to the referee. I don't think anybody was getting held there. I don't know what was going on. 8:32 to go in the half. Second down and 10. Lions up 7-0. Ball is at the Buccaneer 46. Handoff will go to number 14 to about the 50. That is Tucker with the carry. It'll be another third down here. Third down and 6. Basically the exact same yardage to gain. Defense got to come up with a stop here now. The Buccaneers are knocking on the door of Lion territory. So you get a stop here. That would force another punt. 8 minutes to go and counting. Pass coming. Baker throws it. It is incomplete. He knocked him out of bounds. Rocky is sin. Mike Evans caught the football, but he did not stay in bounds. Let's take a look at this. In the air, let's see. 1 foot, and then he's out of bounds. Does not get that second foot down. That's a great play by Rocky Sin. He gets just the 1 foot. Line judge had a perfect eye on it, and the punt team's coming out again. Here comes another punt. And Khalif is going to fair catch that one just past the 10. The Lions will once again be pinned. They have not been able to do much offensively all night outside of the opening drive. Oh, my goodness. Well, credit to the defense. They're keeping us in this football game right now. The Lions are keeping the offense for the Lions, keeping the Bucs in this game. Right now, neither team can really run the football either. Jahmyr Gibbs just 21 yards on the ground. The leading rusher of the day. Rashad White with just 9 yards on the ground. Ah, man. I wonder what this who this Hyundai commercial is marketing to. If you're seeing the same commercial as me, you know what I'm talking about. I wonder who they're marketing to. Is that Lil Jon? I think that was because the song was playing in the background. Snap your fingers, do a step. You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. All right, I need a touchdown drive. I've been saying that basically since the opening touchdown drive. I need another touchdown drive. Wait, why aren't they even? They're not even. There's another Monday night game. Why are you advertising this week's Thursday? There's another game after this. That tells you how much they feel about the Texans Seahawks. All right. First down and 10, 7:35 to go. Lions with the football. Goff under center. Gibbs is in the backfield. And they're pointing. There was a jump on both sides of the line. They're going to call a false start on Detroit. Taylor Decker called for it. That's not how you want to start. But here's the thing. He jumps in reaction to the defensive player, but because the defensive player did not break the neutral zone, it's going to be a penalty on the Lions. But I just don't like that. I think it's just a dumb rule. If the defender is the one who's jumping first, I don't like that. There's the snap. Handoff goes to Gibbs, and Gibbs with a spin move, cutting to the outside. Gibbs trying to make something out of nothing. He will pick up about 5 yards. So he basically makes up the penalty. There is a flag down, though. This might be coming back. Back-to-back offensive penalties. Who's the call on? Oh, there's a face mask. That's a face mask that should have gotten called on the Bucs. So Khalif Raymond gets called for a block in the back, but Jahmyr Gibbs had his face mask tugged on, and there was no call. So it'll be first down and 1,000,000. Lions started pretty much pinned, and now I'm certainly not denying that it's blocking the back, but we should have at least had, offsetting penalties. And the crowd definitely doesn't like it. Antoine Winfield, he should have been called for a face mask, but instead we got first down and 17. Ball is at their own 6. They're going to need a series of big plays now. They say no call. What do you mean he never? I saw him grab there. Wow. Okay. Goff takes the snap. Handoff goes to Jahmyr Gibbs, and Gibbs will pick up maybe 3 on the play. Now, second down and 14. And there's stoppage of the clock. What's going on here? Did somebody call timeout? No, we got an injured player for the Buccaneers, David, number 54. Oh, man. It's just been sloppy, man. Just sloppy play. Penalties. Just tiny plays. The first few drives look real promising, especially in the first quarter. Basically, since the 4th down where they failed to get it, this offense haven't been able to do much of anything. Hopefully I'm, reverse jinxing them in a way by pointing out that. Oh my gosh, they're showing an Arch Manning commercial. This poor kid. Actually, no, not this poor kid. This guy's making millions of dollars to play a game in college, taking all the sponsorship money. But I got to hear, the media built him up. Hey, man, he didn't have to take all those deals. He's even if the media did build him up, which they did, he's still getting paid by all these, all this NIL stuff. Like if he doesn't want the blame, you can go ahead and give the money back. Go ahead and reverse the deals.
You're home for the holidays. You've dreamt of this moment. Back in your old room.
How many times am I going to see this commercial about this dad taking over his daughter's room by putting a treadmill in it? How small is your house that you got to put the treadmill in the daughter's room? You don't have any other room to put the treadmill in? You can't put it in your room? All right. 2nd down and 14. Levante David watching on from the sideline. Went down with an injury, but still got his helmet and everything on, so it doesn't appear like it's that bad. 2nd down and 14. Goff has the Lions at about the 9. Pass coming from Jared. Jared airs it out to Khalif Raymond, who breaks at least one tackler past the 15. It'll be 3rd down and a lot more manageable, probably about 3rd down and 6. Yep, wow. That is good for me. I get a pat on the back for that one. I was going to, initially in my mind, I was like 5. No, I'm going to give it 6. So 3rd down and 6. Be huge to convert on this after the opening penalties. Pass coming. Jared looking, has time, throws. It is low and incomplete. But a flag is down. We'll see what it is. And I think Goff is pointing. I think it's on the defense. Let's see. Illegal contact on the defense. It's the 2nd penalty of the night for illegal contact. That is an auto first. You'll take that. Anything you can get to extend this drive. Yeah, I mean, he was bringing Amon-Ra down a little bit there. All right. So the offense will stay on the field for another series. 6:01 to go. Goff in the shotgun. There's a snap. Handoff goes to Gibbs. He's got a big hole, and there goes Gibbs. Past the 45, 40, 30. Count him down. 5 into the end zone. Touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with a monster run. Oh, look at that, Selly. Amon-Ra leaping over his running back. 78 yards. 13-0. You want to talk about lighting a place up? Jahmyr Gibbs just lit this place up. That is what I'm talking about. Finally, the offense gets home. And that penalty, that's 2 times this game where an illegal contact penalty ended up being a touchdown drive. Here comes the extra point. It is up and it is perfect. 14-0. 5:51 to go in the half. Man, that's beautiful stuff. See, now they're doing this, the Nissan Heisman House commercial, which has Baker Mayfield in it. So now I'm thinking they definitely are doing this on purpose with who's in the commercial. They're probably going to have the State Farm Aiden Hutchinson commercial in this. All right, I want to see some of these blocks up front. Khalif, there's a great block there on the right side, but there's nobody there. I mean, it's basically It's basically Gibbs one-on-one with 31. That's a great block there, though, by Khalif on the outside. And I think as soon as Gibbs saw the hole, he was gone. He puts the gas on. He's one of the fastest running backs in the league. And he has not had one of those kinds of plays in a minute. But you love to see that. Already over 100 yards on the night for Jameer. Give the Lions a double-digit lead. And another kickoff for Bates, just his second of the night. That will be back into the end zone in need for a touchback. You do not see that very often. Baker Mayfield's offense has struggled for much of the night, but the thing about this Bucs team all season long, it's been just keeping themselves alive, just keeping the games close. So this defense cannot let up. They can't let Baker Mayfield and this Buccaneer offense get comfortable. Ball is at their own 35. Baker hands it off to White. White is going to stiff arm the defender, but not go much further. He's brought down for a 5-yard pickup. Hallett was in there for the tackle, I believe. Or was Hallett the one who was brought down? Yeah, no, that was Hallett that was brought down. Boy, the injuries to our secondary are really, because if that's Brian Branch or Kirby Joseph, I highly doubt that either of those guys go down. Heck, if that's Terry Arnold, DJ Reed, I highly doubt that they're going down. Second down and 5. Baker takes a snap, play action pass. Baker under some pressure. He loads up a deep shot. It is caught. No, he dropped it. Incomplete to, I believe that's Emeka Egbuka, and he is down. Third down and 5, and Baker is not moving. Egbuka, is he all right? He kind of dove for that football, at least a little bit, outstretched arms. But he is, oh boy, that is not good. Or was that Mike Evans? I don't think that was Mike Evans, was it? Oh, no, it is Mike Evans. I'm sorry. I thought it was Emeka Egbuka. Mike Evans. I was wondering. I was like, he already has a captain? He's a rookie? Yeah, he just couldn't hold on to it. Did not survive the ground. And so that's obviously an incomplete pass. Yeah, ball just stripped out there at the very end. And that is not good. He was coming into this game hurt and was uncertain whether he was going to play, and he might have re-aggravated it. And, oh boy, geez, you hate this. He's one of the best receivers in football, and he's just a fan favorite even among opponents. He is really slow to get up. He's on one knee. Oh, my goodness. As a fellow Mike, I always feel sorry. I'm not – okay, maybe that was insensitive. I don't know. I'm like, it is like – no, it's tough. He's just coming back from injury, and now he's standing up on his own. I don't know if they're going to let him play anymore of this game. Egbuka is in. He's another one who's coming back from a hammy injury, and he is walking gingerly to his sideline. He's one of the captains on that offense, one of obviously the vets on this team, Super Bowl champion back a few seasons ago, and he is on the sideline for a 3rd down and 5. That if this Lions defense come up with another stop, get the offense back on the field, they could open this one up wide. Buccaneers are 1 for 5 on third down with an average of 5.6 to go. This is from 5. A little under that average. Mayfield takes the snap. He's going to throw. Mayfield looking under some pressure. Mayfield going to be brought down and sacked. Derek Barnes gets in there. Pocket collapses on Baker, and the punt team's coming back out for Tampa Bay. That is what I want to see from this defense. The offensive line for Tampa Bay has been riddled with injuries. Derek Barnes saw his lane on Baker, and he was not going to let him leave. That is a huge, huge stop by this defense. So on 4th down and 11, punt is up and away. Khalif, once again, going to fair catch. He really has no room to try to return these balls. He's going to fair catch it at about the 14. So with 4:13 to go, the offense for Detroit back out on the field. And they got a chance to really open this one up. All right. 4:13 to go. Tampa Bay will start with the football. So that's why this particular drive, you're up 2 possessions, which is good. But this particular drive, you don't want to give Tampa Bay the ball back to give them a potential back-to-back possessions to end the half. So ball now at the Detroit, I should say, 14-yard line. Goff going to throw. Goff under some pressure. He gets rid of it. It is caught by David Montgomery for a positive gain, which you'll definitely take because he was about to get sacked there. And instead, it's a gain of about, 4? They're going to say just a gain of 3. Detroit obviously wants to take its time here. Both teams still have all 3 TOs to utilize. Lions with 158 passing yards. Bucs just 17. Goff airs it out, looking for Jamison Williams, who makes the catch. There is a flag down on this play. We'll see. Apparently there were 2. They're saying one of them might be on Tampa Bay. If it's offsetting, you'll take that over. They're going to call OPI. And there's no penalty on Tampa Bay. So just offensive pass interference on Jamison Williams, who made the catch. The penalties, man. There's been way too many penalties on Detroit today. I thought they would, yeah, right. That looked like a hold there on Jamel Dean. I don't know why they talked themselves out of that holding call because the flag came in. The referee was right there. I don't get that. I don't get either of those. I don't get picking up the flag there. I don't get the offensive pass interference. Goff going for Amon-Ra. It's off his fingertips, incomplete. He wanted the first down. It'll be 3rd and 15 instead. And like I just said, you got a chance to just shut them down here. Lions are 0 for 18 on 3rd downs of 10 or more yards this season, which is obviously, you would expect most teams not getting a whole lot of conversions on these downs. But this Lions offense can have some big explosive plays. You'd be surprised if they continue that trend. And that pass is knocked down and incomplete. Nearly sacked there by Roberts. And the Lions go 3 and out. The crowd is booing because honestly, that drive was stifled, unfortunately, by some penalties. The OPI I do not like. And even further, I don't understand the picking up of the flag when the referee's looking right at Khalif Raymond, who is getting held. So I don't, like, what conversation is had there where they say, oh, actually, I'm just kidding. He wasn't actually getting held. And chance of ref, you suck, reigning in Ford Field. And I don't blame him. Punt is deep inside the 30, now brought out from the 30 and just shy of the 40-yard line. Whistles being blown there. That's a real nice punt. Meanwhile, Mike Evans is being carted off the field, and he does not look very happy. But he is likely done for the day. Oh, man. That is brutal. That is just brutal. But obviously a benefit for Detroit on defense to get rid of a receiver like Mike Evans that they have to worry about. First down and 10. Mayfield by himself in the shotgun. You think he's going to throw the ball? Here it comes. Pressure coming. Mayfield's throw is caught, and the ball came out, but it is bobbling around, and I think Detroit has it. And they do! Fumble recovered by Detroit, and the Lions, Amik Robertson punching that ball out, and they come up with a huge turnover, put Detroit into Tampa Bay territory. That's definitely a fumble. Great play by Amik Robertson. Oh, wow. That's a fantastic play. Punching that ball out from behind Shepard. That's incredible. I tell you, every week I feel like I'm shouting this guy Amik Robertson out because he is one of the most underrated cornerbacks in the NFL. He is just such a dog. I don't know what the Raiders were thinking letting him sign with us. He is an absolute dog. And that is a great play. And now Detroit got a chance to really open this one up. Calvin Shepard hyping his man up as he deserves. Goff under center. Ball at his own 40 or at the Tampa Bay 41-yard line. Lions definitely got a chance here to add on. There's your snap. Handoff goes to Montgomery, and he stays on his feet for about a 5-yard gain. They're going to say a gain of 6, I think. I heard Joe Buck say. 2.5 to go. They're going to have to run one more, or maybe, no, they don't have to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. So we'll see if they actually do. I don't see why they would, and they will. Okay. Handoff goes to Montgomery, and he is trying to spin free. He's going to lose a yard or two, and that's why I just don't get why you even bother running a play there. But either way, it'll be 3rd down at the 2-minute warning. I don't get running a play there. You could have had 2nd down and 6 at the 2-minute warning. I don't get that. I don't get what's the rush. You're up 14-0. You got a chance to go up at least 17-0 at the half. No reason to be running a play right before the 2-minute warning. They're actually showing the Lions on one of these little NFL PA commercials. Scored a safety. Is that the technical terminology? Is that actually the terminology? Because they said Derek Barnes scored a safety. Is that? I always thought it was like, I didn't know that like a player gets the save. I don't know.
With the CLL diagnosis, there may be moments that seem unclear. But when it's time
all right. Man, I want a touchdown here. Your defense came up with a huge turnover. I want 7. That's what I want. I want 21-0 at the half. That's what I would like. Please and thank you. I don't care about this stupid. What's the word? I'm at a loss for words right now. Pharmaceutical commercial. I don't care. Get it out of here. You know what I haven't had? I haven't been able to get any of the Zen. They're not even offering me the Zen. All right. Come on. All right, here we go. We're back. Bum 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 ba 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 bum 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 bum. All right. Jeez, Lions 274 total yards in that so far. Buccaneers 36 and over 7 more minutes of time possession. 8 more total first downs. All right. 15 plays in opponent territory. The Bucs have yet to have one. Goff's going to throw. Goff looking, throws up the middle. It is incomplete. Wanted Jamison Williams. It was a little low. And Jake Bates will come out, try to add on here. J-Mo's got to make that catch, though. It wasn't the best throw, but it's in his general vicinity. They're not going to show a replay, so I'm not getting a great view of it. But all right. So Jake Bates will try a 54-yard field goal. He is 7 for 11 in his second season from field goals of 50 or more yards. Kick is up, and he missed it. Missed it wide to the left. Jake Bates missing the field goal, and the Lions come up with nothing on that turnover. Not even a first down. And again, that's why I don't get running the football just before the 2-minute warning. When you could have had second down before the 2-minute warning, you could have burned some more of the clock. It just seems like a mistake there from the coaching. And unfortunately, to come up with nothing after a huge turnover, you could have swung the momentum completely in your favor. You now give Baker Mayfield life here with 1:52 and all 3 timeouts. Pass coming from Baker. Baker has time. Now throws up the middle. It is somehow. Oh, they're fighting for it. Are they saying it's an interception? Hold on. They're going to say Cade Otton has it. One-handed grab. Oh, man. That was close. Tie goes to the offense is what Aikman just said. There's a whistle being blown here. This play is called dead. Are they going to take a look at that play? I mean, they're going to review whether Hallett has this ball. I don't know. I think the Lions have it. I mean, Otton's got his arm in there, but there's no way he's really holding on to the football. Oh, man. I don't know. This is an interesting. I've never seen this where, I mean, it's not so clearly ripped out, admittedly, but I don't know. It's like, how could he possibly have control of the football the way his arm is? I wouldn't be surprised if this gets overturned. I also, frankly, wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't get overturned because call on the field is always harder to overturn. But, man, I don't know. That's a really close call. That angle makes it look like. And they're going to call it an interception. The call is reversed, and Hallett gets an interception. Back-to-back turnovers by this Lions defense. What in the world? If you had the Lions defense dominating the Buccaneers offense in the first half on your bingo card, you might as well go ahead and buy a lottery ticket, because I don't think anybody thought this was what this was going to look like. And still plenty of game left to go, but still, it has been complete domination. 1:46 to go. Lions get the football right back. They're going to try this one again. It's a great play by Mollett. Again, in for injuries, basically. That's crazy. Handoff goes to Gibbs. I'm surprised there wasn't a flag there. That looked like everybody moved but the center. But now they're not going to look at it. This will be 2nd down and 9 on the 1-yard pickup from Gibbs. Lions obviously going to try to burn as much of this clock as they can. Try to make this a 3-possession lead if they can get into field goal range for Jake Bates. He's already missed one today. I wouldn't be shocked if they run the football here again. No, they're going to throw. Goff with a quick pass out to St. Brown, who gets out of bounds. That will stop the clock, but honestly, I'd rather he not. It is 3rd down and 1. Amon-Ra's got 87 yards. And with 1:03 in the football, still decent amount of yards to go here to get to the end zone. I would not be surprised if he gets to 100 yards here. Ball at the Buccaneer 39. Goff going to keep it, and Goff's going to get it. Mobile Goff season. Clock will roll here. And somebody called timeout, and somebody did. I don't know who called timeout. Lions did. Okay, I was pretty sure it would be the Detroit calling timeout, but I wasn't sure. I can't believe that Mollett or Hollett came away with that football. That is a crazy good play. I can't believe they overturned it. That I think is what's crazy. Calvin Shepard loves it. You love to see him hype up like that. Goff's going to throw. Goff under some pressure. He's brought down and sacked. My goodness, he got absolutely mollywopped there. Yeesh. That was unblocked, and Goff got just knocked down. Thought maybe they would. They're not. Obviously, they're not calling timeout here until at least the final few seconds. And Detroit did call the timeout. 28 seconds to go. It is 2nd down and 19. Gonna need a series of big plays. If you can at least get a field goal at this point, you got 2 turnovers. I'd like to see some points gained on these turnovers, guys. Another pass coming. Goff going for it. Oh, it's intercepted. Bad throw. Ends up in the hands of a Tampa Bay defender. That is just not the throw. Tried to have it all, and there was nobody home. And Goff, with his 2nd total turnover of the day, gives the Buccaneers the football back with 20 seconds and all 3 timeouts. That's rough. I don't know who he's throwing to. I think he wanted Saint. You don't have to get it all in that play there. I think, he definitely wanted Saint there. Totally underthrew him, I should say. So now 1st down and 10, and the Bucs just a little bit shy of field goal range. Pass coming. Baker looking, pressure, throw, caught, and the Lions make the tackle just in time. 14 seconds as Tampa Bay calls timeout. McLaughlin, the kicker for Tampa Bay, they get themselves just in his range, which is crazy. And I believe this will be the first play for the Buccaneers in Lion territory all night. Yeah, this is the first play in Lion territory tonight, just into field goal range as well. Pass coming. Mayfield rolling, throwing. It is caught, and they're just going to let him stay up for a little bit. And that ball came out again, and a timeout taken with 4 seconds to go. And now the Buccaneers are going to try to kick a field goal to get something on the board to end the half. I think they were trying to let him stay up there for a little bit. I think Amik Robertson, he tried to punch out that ball. Obviously, that's not a bad move. And it kind of allowed Johnson to stay up. And I think I don't know if he knew or what the time situation was. But now Chase McLaughlin out to try to kick a 53-yarder. Jake Bates missed, I believe, a 52-yarder. McLaughlin, one of the best kickers in the league. This would be pretty much right down the middle. Snap, hold, kick. He got it. Just hooked it through. So at the half, the Buccaneers are down 11. It is 14-3 Detroit after a couple of missed opportunities on some big turnovers generated by the defense. Man, feel like this whole first half is just missed opportunities for this offense. Multiple, like we should be up like 30, honestly. And Tampa Bay is going to receive the ball to start. So that, I mean, I just said you'd hate for them to have back-to-back scoring, back-to-back possessions to end the half, and they just have exactly that. $58 total yards in the half, fewest in any half this season. But man, I'm still nervous, man. I know we're up 11, but that's like they're gonna get the ball back. They got a little bit of momentum here going. They get something on the board thanks to an interception. It's just Lions have dominated time of possession. They've dominated on total, like just counting stats. They just have not been able to get home. It's very similar to last year's game where they just dominated in many ways on the stat sheet, but they just could not score when they got into the red zone. I don't even think the Lions have been in the red zone all game. None of their touchdowns have been in the red zone. So, all right. I'm going to go use the restroom because I need a break. So I'll be right back. Okay. I'm still very nervous. Still so nervous. I should not be nervous at this stage. We should be winning like 17-0 or 21-0 or 24-0 even. I guess maybe not 24-0 because obviously we had a turnover and then we didn't score and then we turned it over. Is that the Michigan marching band? Why is the University of Michigan marching band playing? Okay. Goff, 13 for 19, 183 yards, a touchdown and a pick. Mayfield, though, 9 for 16, 47 yards and a pick. Not a good start. Not a good start for sure. But the defense got to keep it up. The Bucs are still very much so in this game. Defense got to keep them just stifled, and eventually this offense is just gonna put together a drive. They're gonna get themselves into a scoring position. If the defense can keep up what they're doing, then the Lions will be able to just close this one out. But all right, what is going on in the ALCS? It is 1-1, top of the second inning. Let's say play-by-play. Okay, I want just scoring plays. Okay. So Josh Naylor, single into right field. Julio Rodriguez scores. Dalton Varsho singles to score George Springer. Okay. Get these bots out of here, dude. This is ridiculous. I never experienced this all of last year, and all of a sudden this year, just getting nothing but bots. YouTube's got to figure it out. YouTube has got to figure it out. Interesting. So, like, the little halftime clock for the TV broadcast is like a minute off of the TV or the halftime thing on ESPN. That's so weird. Why is that the case? I mean, I guess the ESPN it's ahead. The TV is obviously in some delay, and YouTube TV is infamous for having a delay. Oh man, can we just get Boomer's fastest minute and then I'll feel fine, I guess. Wait, why are they playing the? They're playing the NBA on TNT music, even though it's NBA on ESPN. Are they just stealing that music because they know their current music is terrible? Oh, okay, because it's inside the NBA. Chris Berman. Fastest minute.
Only 7 weeks in, and the sky was falling on both of them, right? Kansas City started 0-2. Philly currently on a 2-game losing streak, and sometimes if you're good, the sky goes back to where it belongs. Here we go with our
Bum, 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 bum. The Slim Reaper, Devontae Smith. The Raiders. Oh man. I don't know how I feel about those yellow uniforms for the Chargers. They look a little too urine-like. What? Why were they practicing in Camden Yards? Why? They played in Britain. He's showing the Dodgers in the World Series. That's crazy. I thought he was going to say back. Oh my gosh. Enjoy the second half. What are you? They're going to commercial. There's like 4 more minutes left in the halftime break. Oh my gosh. I'm still just so nervous right now. I need this offense to just light them up, man. Like, why did we end up with just 2 touchdowns? We had the ball so many times. We had like a million opportunities, and we end up with just 14 and no trips to the red zone. Just hate that. I hate that, man. Maybe I'm trying to figure it out. So maybe the halftime thing for this, maybe the reason it's a little ahead is because that is more like, okay, when the third quarter like starts, quote unquote, like when the broadcast comes back and it's like start of the third quarter, but this is more like an actual time for when they kick. Maybe. I don't know. I realize I pointed and it so the TV is over here, but this is also over here. It's confusing. I understand.
We'll take it. We got a Sunday to earn. We tackle that project on Saturdays. You can earn your Sunday. Lowe's.
The International Manhunt is on, and tomorrow morning, GMA is live in Paris with breaking new details on the thieves who robbed the most famous museum in the world, getting away with priceless jewels. A stunning heist and getaway. Breaking new details tomorrow on Good Morning America.
50 years is your new favorite comic.
There was some thievery at the Louvre. How did I miss that? I guess I don't really keep that in line with the news. That's kind of crazy.
Yet another cute face that does not quite work. Girl, this one works.
Yeah, no, I think I'm right. I think my suspicion is correct because this is gonna be a minute. It's like a little over a minute where the ESPN game tracker timer is a little ahead of the TV. I think it's probably gonna be like it's gonna come back right as this hits 0. This is my guess. There's only so many more commercials.
Well, at Verizon, anyone can bring in their AT&T or T-Mobile bill, and they'll give you a better deal.
Verizon's pricey.
No, better deal, best 5G network. That's the TV. Does it come higher than 8K? I want this one.
Take TV, no.
Bring your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store today for a better deal.
Guess you're not as cool as Verizon.
You know that.
Which Raiders make
Oh, maybe not. Depending on how quick this commercial is. Maybe. Hold on. Yeah, no, I think it's just actually like off by about a minute. Okay. Okay, but it is coming back. Okay, so I was kind of right. It just had one more commercial, and then yeah, I mean, you know. All right. I'm very, very nervous. Boo, boo. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh, no. Oh, he did 6-7. I just realized that was what he was doing. Oh, 6-7. Nobody knows what it means. It doesn't mean anything. I don't know. Man. It's a nice view of the city. Bum. All right. So the Buccaneers going to start with the football down 11. It was a nightmare of a half to start, but they ended up with a field goal drive. And once again, enough with the bots. That one's MLB. This isn't even an MLB show. What is up with these bots, man? It's absolutely nuts. I've banned so many bots since the show has started. All right. So Bates out to kick it off for, I believe, just the third time tonight. Of course, Lions do have a missed field goal in that series of missed points as well. That one will be taken out from the 10. Looking for a hole to the outside. Tried a little spin move. He'll be brought down. And in comes Baker Mayfield. Offense finally looked productive in that final 20 or so seconds, but obviously the defensive game plan, you got to imagine, was a little different. 19 straight wins when leading at halftime for Detroit. That is the longest active streak in the NFL. Trying to make it 20. Mayfield under center. He's going to hand it off to White, and he is going to go for a gain of, staying on his feet, but not much more. Just maybe a gain of 2. They're going to say a 3-yard gain from White. 14 and a half minutes to go. Just underway here in the third quarter. Second down and 7. Mayfield trying to signal something to his offense. Play action pass coming. Mayfield throws it up the middle. It is caught for a first down. Emeka Egbuka, first catch of the night, puts the Bucs into Lion territory for just the second time tonight. But to be fair, second straight trip. That's a perfect throw and an even better catch. Now ball is in Lion territory at the 46-yard line. There's the snap. Handoff goes to White, and he is brought down there just short of the sticks. And the Buccaneer offense starting to look a lot more like what it has looked like through most of the season. Second down and 3. Ball is now at the Detroit 39-yard line. There's your snap. Play action pass coming from Baker. Baker loads up, going deep, and it is incomplete. No flags. He wanted Egbuka, I believe, but Harper was getting double teamed. There was no way he was really going to come up with that football. And now a huge third down opportunity for Detroit. Egbuka had him beat and just underthrew his man, hit the back of Harper there on the helmet. That was Amik Robertson, excuse me. Third down and 3. Mayfield going to throw. Mayfield throws it up the middle. It is caught for a first down. And just able to pick it up. And unfortunately, the defense unable to get off the field there. Not sure they would have even, if they didn't get that, I wouldn't be surprised if they went for it, to be honest. Mayfield under center. There's your snap. Handoff goes to White again, and once again, it'll go for no gain. And Lions are saying they have it. Derek Barnes has the football. They're going to say the runner's forward progress was stopped. So no. Oh, man. That very well should have been a turnover. But it is wiped away, and a whistle is blown. Flag comes in. There's going to be a false start on Tampa Bay. So Charlie Heck called for it to make it second down and long. But they blew the whistle, I guess, just in time for forward progress to have stopped. But Derek Barnes, Pat O'Connor was also in there trying to punch that ball out. Second down and 14. Defense got to get off the field here. Ball is now at the Lion 40 for Tampa Bay. Pass coming. Baker quickly airs it out. It is knocked down, and they're going to call it just an incomplete pass. That makes it third down and 14. Huge chance for this defense. Huge chance. I think Derek Barnes was the one who knocked that ball down. He brought some pressure on the side there, yeah. And he knows how to pick off Baker Mayfield, I'll tell you that much. Knocked that ball out of the air. I think he was trying to pass that to himself like a volleyball player or something. Third down and 14, 11:01 to go. Need a stop. Mayfield in the shotgun. Here's the pass. Mayfield looking, throwing, caught, trying to find a lane. He's going to be just short. Tez Johnson with the reception. He's brought down. And I think they're going to go for this. It'll be fourth down and about 2 or 3? It'll be fourth down and 2. This is a huge chance for this defense. If you can put up a 0 on Tampa Bay to start the half, you swing that momentum right back in your favor. I'd hate to give up a first down on a third down and 14. They're going to hand it off, and White is going to get the first down. Oh, man. Huge missed opportunity there by the defense. Huge. Surprised they ran the ball there, honestly. Just the way this Lions defensive line has stopped the run. It was a risky call, but it paid off. And Tampa Bay staying on the field for a good part of this third quarter. And play action pass coming. Baker, plenty of time, screens it out. And that's not going to go for very much as Jack Campbell rips down Tucker for a gain of maybe 2. 9.5 to go, second down and 8. And in comes Rachaad White. The Bucs in the first half had 58 total yards. Right now, they got 50 yards in this drive. So they've nearly matched their entire first half of yards in just this one drive. And they're a few yards shy of the red zone, which is something neither team has been able to say. Pass coming. Baker airs it out. Another screen with blockers up front. Johnson's going to break free. Gets another block. Gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tez Johnson gives the Buccaneers the first touchdown of the night, and the Lions give up a 22-yard touchdown catch and run. And the Buccaneers never say die. They are right back into this ball game. That's why I said all those missed opportunities by the offense, unable to score on either of the turnovers. You had the interception to end the half to give them a 3-point swing. And the Buccaneers are going for 2 here. They are 1 for 3 on two-point conversions. The thought being they would only need a field goal if they get this to tie it up. Mayfield going to throw. Mayfield under some pressure. He throws. It is knocked down. Incomplete. So the Buccaneers unable to complete the two-point conversion, giving Detroit still a 5-point lead. That's a huge stop. It really is. Forces now the Buccaneers to have to score a touchdown to, I guess, they would need a touchdown either way to take the lead, but it eliminates the potential of them tying it up with a field goal if they would have just taken the extra point. So now the Lions coming out on offense. They got to come out here and they got to score. They've got to answer a touchdown with a touchdown. It's been ugly for much of the first half. Told you, man. Knew this game was going to be like this. I just knew it was going to be like this. Down to the wire. It's what it's going to end up. It's going to be like final drive. One possession even. It's going to be nerves is what it's going to be. It's like we could be up like 3 scores based on the amount of times we had the football in that first half, and we just did not take advantage. And now Tampa Bay's got the momentum swung their way. We need to just completely take this one back. March down the field, maybe establish the run game if you can. If not, Jared Goff's got to really start dialing it in. Oh, man.
Our first Halloween together.
I'm not eating candy or crunches.
Right, why have fun? Secretariat might not believe in ghosts, but our victim thought his house was haunted.
Here's a look at that last play, and they're trying to get the ball to Sterling Shepard on a slant route, but the secondary, they played this perfectly. They got 2 guys coming underneath it. It gets Baker off of it, and then, of course, next right side. Here's a look at what Baker sees. He's trying to work it over to Sterling Shepard. Not there. Comes underneath, and Whiteside, who hasn't played a lot of defense in his career.
All right. Kickoff is lined and then bounced inside the 5. Past the 20 and now past the 25 to about the 26, 27-yard line. And in comes Jared Goff for the first time this half. Whoa, Tez Johnson and Bo Nix. Patrick Nix? Who's Patrick Nix? Oh, okay. Never mind. I was going to make fun of the reporter. Patrick Nix is his father. Goff under center. Gibbs is in the backfield. They're going to give it to Gibbs. Gibbs finds a hole, and he is just tripped up. Could not get more there. Past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 2nd down and 5. Laporta going in motion to the right side. There's a snap, play action. Goff gets rid of it to Laporta, and Laporta is going to be short of the yards to gain. He'll only get about 3 there. Unable to break initial contact, so now it'll be 3rd down and short. Not the spot you want to be in. You gotta have a long, sustained drive. What you don't want to do is go 3 and out and have all of the life go Tampa Bay. Ball is at the 35-yard line of the Lions. There's a snap. Play action. Little high throw to Laporta. Will go for a first down and then some as he is thrown to the ground. I'm sorry, that's Brock Wright. It's particularly confusing. Laporta's 87 and Brock Wright's 89. So I see a tight end. I see the number 8. I'm making a guess. But that's a big conversion. Lions needed that. Big play there. Extends the drive. Puts them very close to midfield. 7 minutes to go in the third. Ball now at their own 49. Goff, toss out to Gibbs. There goes Gibbs. Got a lot of room, and he is going to pick up the first down into Buccaneer territory to about the 35-yard line. That is a big couple of plays here. Look at this. Toss out, and Gibbs saw. Oh, my goodness. Gibbs had so much. They circled it. They had so much green grass. Good on, Tampa, good tackling there because he could have gone all the way. St. Brown going in motion to the right side. Nope, he's going back. Handoff goes to Gibbs, breaking free of initial contact. He'll pick up a couple yards to make it second down. Clock continuing to roll here. Jahmyr Gibbs has ran for more yards himself than the entire Bucs team. That is crazy. Goff going to throw. Screen pass to Gibbs behind him. He's got room to run, and there goes Gibbs. Cuts inside the 10, past the 5. No, he's just brought down to the 5-yard line. First and goal, and Gibbs had eyes for the end zone. Instead, it'll be first down and goal for Detroit. That's a great catch. And then look at Penei Sewell running up front. Oh, man, if Sewell would have had one more block there on Winfield. But instead, it's first down and goal. Lions at the Buccaneer 5. There's the snap. Handoff goes to Gibbs. Gibbs spin move into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. Second of the night for Jahmyr, and it's 20-9 Detroit. That is how you start the half on offense. March down the field and assert yourself. Answer a touchdown with a touchdown of your own. Have a night, Jahmyr Gibbs. That's a great carry, too. He ran into a wall. Nice spin move, staying on his feet. That's why he's one of the best running backs in the NFL today. It's a great play. Jake Bates in to kick the extra point. It is up, and it is good. So now the Lions up 21-9, 4:39 to go in the third quarter. Hey, they're doing Detroit Rock City again. They can't do that. They already used this song. You got to use, Lose Yourself or some other Eminem song. The Real Slim Shady, you can do that one. All right. That's huge. I needed that. I needed that for good feelings, good emotions. I needed that. Now, defense, let's go back to what we were doing before, all right? Let's go back to how we were playing the first 2 quarters, please. Man, I'm still nervous. It's great. We answered their touchdown with a touchdown of our own. We actually got a 1-point swing, I guess, because we get the extra point there. So what are we up now? What is that? 12-point lead? Yeah, 12-point lead. Which is a 2-possession lead, but still I need more than that. All right. I need like 20. Basically, when it's we're talking about Baker Mayfield and we're talking about the Buccaneers, I need 20 points. I do. That's a new backup commercial. Hadn't seen that one. Mitchell Trubisky coming in. They already did one with Teddy Bridgewater. Who else did they do? Who's another famous backup? What about Carson Wentz? They got to do one with Carson Wentz. Although it's kind of awkward now because he's starting for the Vikings. At least he has been since J.J. McCarthy got hurt. Love that chicken from Popeyes. Oh, man, you know how much juice a turnover would do for me right now? I don't think you understand. It would give me so much juice. Or like a Hutch strip sack. I guess that's a turnover. In my mind, I was imagining an interception, but it doesn't have to be an interception. Although we do already have one. Bates lines a kick all the way to about the 1 where it is taken out. Trying to cut to the outside. He is running in the wrong direction, and he will be forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line by Sailors. He'll take that. A nice play on special teams by Detroit. Pins the Buccaneers fairly deep into their own territory. Look at those blocks. I just love that. There's the hole. Gone. All right. First down and 10 from his own 21. Mayfield under center. Play action. He's rolling to his left. Throw is caught. Oh, my. Lit up there by Amik Robertson on the catch. It'll be just a 1-yard pickup, and the clock will roll. Whoa. You can hear that. $135 rushing yards, 82 yards in the air for Gibbs, and 2 total touchdowns. Have a night so far. He's still got more to do. More time to play. Second down and 9. Inside 4 minutes to go in the third. Mayfield takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to Rachaad White, and White is going to be brought down just past the 25-yard line. It'll be third down. Huge opportunity for this defense. Huge opportunity if you can get off the field. It's not an easy third down to get off the field on. Third down and 3. But the Bucs are 2 for 8 tonight on third down, 1 for 1 on fourth down. But given the field position, they are certainly not in range if they don't get this. Be a good time for an Aiden Hutchinson TFL. Gonna throw it as Mayfield. Mayfield airs it out, going deep. It is incomplete. That ball could have been intercepted. Emeka Egbuka was the intended receiver, and the Bucs go 3 and out. Punt team coming out again. I mean, Egbuka, he was separated, and that was just not a great throw from Baker. Oh, boy. They're saying Rock Yassin was jogging off. Oh, boy. Well, hopefully we have a long drive and he's got plenty of time to rest. And Khalif Raymond catches that one as it goes out of bounds. Is that a flag on the play? There was a flag down back by Khalif Raymond. Yeah, Rock Yassin kind of gingerly walking off there on that third down play. What's the penalty? I don't like. It was a fair caught ball. Oh my gosh. The bots just all came in all at once. What in the world? My goodness. Oh, there's another one. Oh my gosh. There's so many. Oh my gosh. Oh. So it's a penalty. I think that's all the bots. Oh my gosh, they keep coming back. Why do they keep coming back? Oh my gosh. Get out of my chat. It's like, okay, whatever. I just give up. Okay, well, it sounded like it was on Tampa Bay, so Detroit's going to get some extra yards. I think he said a member of the kicking team ran out on his own, which is apparently a penalty. Oh, the Mariners up 2-1 now, top of the fourth. Mariners, the lone team in Major League Baseball to never make the World Series. But in a Game 7 on the road, they could deliver. Hey, man, I was one of the people who was saying I really like what they did at the trade deadline, and they're one win away from being American League champions, putting a pennant up. And eliminating Canada from winning the World Series. And that is worth more than anything, in my opinion. Seattle's not that far from Canada, I guess. It's Washington. It's still in the United States. It counts. Oh, my gosh. Still nervous. I need a drive that ends this quarter, that ends in a touchdown. That's what I need. I want to be up 28-9. That's what I would like. Oh my gosh. How long am I going to have to live with the 1-800-CALL-SAM commercials? I guess my dad had to live through them, so I suppose I'll have to live through them. I suppose if it's a family law firm, it's not going to go away unless the family goes away. Nice view of the Ambassador Bridge into Canada. Been on that bridge a couple of times at least. 21-9, Lions up. 2:51 to go in the third. Pass coming from Jared Goff. Pumps it, breaks free somehow, and then he throws it all the way into the Buccaneers sideline. Boy, he's lucky. He did not end up just getting sacked. That's a 2nd down and 10, incomplete pass. Now Goff goes back under center. There's a snap. Handoff goes to Montgomery, and he's only going to carry it for about a yard or two. It'll be 3rd down. What is Troy Aikman talking about? Although he's talking about pulling a hamstring and how these guys go back and play. I will concur. Last year, Amon-Ra played a game on a sprained ankle. I sprained my ankle last year. I couldn't walk. I had to work from home. I don't know how people do it. Painkillers are crazy, dude. All right. Pass coming. Jared, under some pressure, fires. It is caught for a first down. Sam Laporta just got it. They needed that. Lions are 3 for 3 since going over on third downs pretty much, I think, the entire first half. I swear, man, Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, I think they're so perfect as Monday Night Football. I love them. They're great. I can't wait till they do a Super Bowl in a few years. Toss goes to Montgomery. He will pick up another 5, maybe 6. And we're going to see probably 2 more plays before the end of the third quarter, barring any clock stoppage. 5-yard gain on the ground for Montgomery. Out of the huddle, now under center. Goff. There's the snap. Play action pass. Jared throws on the screen. He wants his tight end. And I think Laporta will be short, and he will be by about a yard. You're going to need one more play to end this third quarter, and how fitting would it be to have it be another third down conversion? They have to run one more play, just given the play clock. It's 3rd down and 2, so they're going to say just a 3-yard gain by Laporta. I think somebody reported as eligible because I just heard the crowd kind of pop there. 5 seconds to snap it. They got to snap it. 3, 2, 1. There it is. Handoff goes to Montgomery, and he's going to be short. He picked up a yard to end the third quarter, but now Lions got a decision to make. Final 15. Lions up 21-9, but it is 4th down and short. What do you think they're going to do? What do you think they're going to do? They're going for it. And honestly, I kind of get it. Although, honestly, in another way, it's like, well, your defense has been playing really well. Maybe you do just punt it away. But then again, I would rather not strain our defense in a way. Might as well just, try to run a 1-yard play. How many of those you got dialed up, John Morton? What is this TV show? 911 in space? I don't think 911 goes to help you if you're on a satellite in outer space. Those are not the people you call. You know who you do call if you're in an emergency in outer space? God. That's who you call. Because you're out of the jurisdiction of the United States law enforcement. You're not getting it. The FBI is not coming up to the atmosphere. Not happening. You got to take your prayers up to the Lord. That's what you got to do. All right. If we get this first down, assuming we're going for it, we'll see. Coming out of the I guess the in-game timeout, I'll feel pretty good. I just need more points on the board. I need like a 20-point lead, basically. That's what I need. What? You can get razors with the NFL teams? Well, now I know what I got to do. I got to support the team. I already got the Amon-Ra Honey Nut Cheerios before. I was trying to find the Jared Goff Old Spice soap. I couldn't find it. So wasn't able to support the team in that regard. But maybe I'll have to look for the Gillette Lions Razors. So Lions keeping the offense out there. They are right at midfield. 4th down and 1, final 15 to go. Lions up 21-9. Need to get to the Tampa Bay 49. Gibbs is in the backfield. There's the snap. Little toss around to Gibbs, and he is going to try to fight his way, and he got it! Oh, wow! A quick handoff to Amon-Ra, the toss back to Gibbs, and he just managed to stay on his feet. Tampa Bay nearly blew that play up, and Jahmyr Gibbs stayed on his feet and somehow managed to get the first down. That is such a great play, and Amon-Ra helped out as well with a block there. That's a great play, a gutsy play call too. To go for a little trickeration there. Play action. Goff going to throw. He's got time. He's going to throw to Khalif Raymond, who's going to pick up only a yard. Okay. That didn't really go. Thought maybe that was going to be a little bit more on the screen. They're going to say 2 yards on the catch and run. So final 14 minutes of this game. 2nd down and 8. Goff almost 250 yards on the night. Handoff will go to David Montgomery, and that will go for just a 2-yard pickup. Once again, it'll be 3rd down. I mean, given the way this drive has been going, you got to think the Lions are just going to try to just keep their offense out there and just burn as much of this clock as they can. 3rd down and 6. 27 straight wins when leading at the start of the 4th quarter. That is the longest active streak. That is a crazy statistic. Ball at the Buccaneer 45. Need to get to the 39. Pass coming. Pressure coming. Goff throws it. It is incomplete. Wanted Amon-Ra. It was good coverage. Had to get rid of the ball quickly on the blitz. And I would think this is punt time, but maybe Bates can kick it. I don't know. They tried a 52-yarder earlier, and they're just going to punt this one away. Yeah, I guess it would be way too deep for their liking. That's unfortunate that this ends up in a punt, but you did burn a lot of clock, and you pinned the Buccaneers at their own 11. Meanwhile, the Seattle Seahawks and the Houston Texans coming up next, the doubleheader on Monday night. How many people are really going to be watching that game? I mean, maybe I'll probably have it on for at least a little bit as I'm, trying to decompress from an emotional game one way or the other. I'll probably also have the ALCS on. Oh, man. Oh, man. A touchdown that drive, though, that would have been huge. Just feels like we're leaving so many points on the board in these games.
Doesn't always have palm trees. Corona, La Playa awaits.
Nicole's associate asked if I needed help. I asked if she could follow me with a second cart. Let's roll, Deb.
Shop Kohl's lowest prices of the season. Find teas that last, home essentials, jeans, and more at Kohl's and Kohl's.com.
Power when we in love. Energizer Max is up to 100% longer lasting.
It's the
All right. All right, here we go. Defense back out there. Buccaneers trying to get themselves back into this game late. They've had a lot of comebacks this season. Lions defense got to step it up in the late stage. Mayfield throw is caught for a first down past the 30. Cade Otton with a big gain, and that is the way they want to start. Rock Yassin on the sideline currently. Lions can really not afford any more injuries to their secondary. They're lucky they got a bye week next week to try to get healthy in that department. 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers. Ball now at their own 31. Mayfield, play action pass. Mayfield throws it up the middle. It is incomplete. Overthrew his target, Tez Johnson. Or no, Emeka Egbuka, excuse me. 2nd down and 10. Clock stops with under 12 and a half to go. Man, some of these overthrows. Baker's got to be careful. He's already got an interception tonight. Hey, it's Nick Whiteside out of Saginaw Valley State. Go Cardinals. I got a couple of buddies of mine that went to Saginaw Valley State. Egbuka with just 22 yards on 6 targets. 3 seconds on the play clock. Got to snap it. Barely get it off. Pass coming. Pressure came, and the tackle is made short of the sticks. Egbuka that time with the reception. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Certainly in range, but this would be another big chance for this defense to get off the field. 12 minutes to go. Up by 12 points. Need to get to the 41 to get that first down. Pass coming. Flag comes in. Not sure if it'll be on Detroit. It might be a free play. Are they going to call an illegal shift? If it's an illegal shift, this is going to be declined. And it is declined. It'll be 4th down and 4. And let's see. Tampa Bay is going to go for it. That's an interesting. No, that ball was not tipped at all. He just completely missed the target. Oh no, that went right through. Yeah, not a terrible throw, but not a great throw either. So here we go, 4th down and 4. If the Lions get a stop here, they'll be in prime position to ice this game with a score. But they've been in this spot before and did not come up with points. Pass coming. Baker under pressure. Baker throw. It is incomplete, I think. We'll see. I don't know if he ends up catching it or what. So Otton, knees down there. Oh, man, I don't know. He might have gotten it. What? So Tampa Bay gets the first down. What? I don't like. That is a weird Weird series of calls there. Are they going to challenge this? I don't. And Campbell, I think, is going to throw that challenge flag, and he is. So I'm a little confused on what exactly is he challenging, whether it was a completed catch or whether he didn't catch it or whether he didn't get the yards. So it sounds like they're challenging whether he even caught it. And I mean, like, oh man, I don't know, because he falls to the ground and the ball comes out. So the question is whether or not he had the ball and whether that's a fumble. I don't know, man. Like, this is a weird. If this gets overturned, obviously that's a huge swing of momentum in favor of Detroit. I really don't know, because this seems like a weird. Because he was also saying only the fumbler can advance the ball on 4th down, but the fumbler did not. He just managed to get the yards that were needed. So when it was recovered, they didn't gain the extra yards. They just got where they were. I don't know. This is a weird one. I'll be curious which way it ends up going.
They say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But we put it inside burrito and tacos anyway. Crispy chicken from Taco Bell, a brand new classic.
Oh, I thought they were already going back. That was a very awkward looking frisbee throw, but this kid in the commercial. It's not very natural. He just kind of. Yeah. It's like it looked like he let it go way too late. Oh my gosh. I don't know, guys. I think this could go either way. I would obviously prefer if it goes the Lions' way, but I got no clue. I don't know what they're thinking. Like, I don't know. Because he gets tackled pretty much as soon as he makes the catch. So did he make a football move, quote unquote, whatever that means? Okay. Oh, but he's short. I mean, looking at that angle, it looks like he's short. So it's an unsuccessful catch, or an unsuccessful challenge, I should say. But they're looking at where the ball is, and I think he's short. Yeah, I mean, looking at that angle, the yards to gain is a 41, and the ball is short of that. He was short. So it's a turnover on downs. So you lose the challenge. So Detroit loses a timeout, but it's a good thing he used that either way because it forced the referees to look over whether he was short. So the Lions get a huge stop on 4th down. Great tackle by Alex Anzalone. I thought it looked close to begin with. So that's a great call by the Lions. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely short. You could see his extended yard to gain is that 41-yard line. The ball is short by about maybe a half a yard. And Mayfield, like, they lost the challenge, but somehow we ended up exactly where we wanted to be, which was a turnover on downs. I mean, I don't know. That's, to be perfectly honest with you guys. Oh, so wait, hold on. We didn't lose the challenge? It looks like we have our timeout back. I don't know. This is a weird situation. And I think the problem is that the referees got the call wrong initially, which was that he was short. Looking at the replay, he was short. I think they got the right call at the bottom, but it is weird that they how they had to go about that. Todd Bowles is arguing it. There's unfortunately nothing he can really do. But yeah, I mean he's clearly short. I mean they could show this replay a million times. He's short, and there's not a whole lot like that. That's it. That's it. The call is that he was short. Anyway, so now Detroit with the ball just at about the 40, 11:31 to go. A touchdown at this stage would really ice it, I think, as Gibbs on the toss gets to maybe the 39.5. Oh, no, they're not even going to say that. They're going to say second down and 10, no gain. I guess maybe if it was a half yard, they're not going to show the half yard. Who's down? Another Buccaneer player down. Oh, boy. Oh my gosh, this Cam Newton video that keeps playing on the game, like the game track. What is he wearing? I'm not okay. I'm not a fashion model. Okay, I don't know that much about I wear like hand-me-down clothes most of the time. My outfits are hand-me-down clothes and like graphic tees to some extent. Now, I'm a little nicer dressed than that, but like basically, I'll wear like collared shirts to work, button-up collared shirts, or otherwise polo shirts, depending on the time of the year, sweaters, and then I'll wear some t-shirts when I'm not working or I'm working from home. Cam Newton is dressed like the Mad Hatter. Like what is he doing? He didn't always look like that though. Like that's what's like he's got the crazy hair, he's got the glasses. Like what happened to him after like 2016? He just like lost his mind. I don't know. It's like once he played for the Patriots, that was about the point where he was just like he just lost it. Took one too many hits. Oh boy. Seattle up 3-1, top of the 5th, 2 outs. Cal Raleigh, the big dumper. Look, at this point in this game, it's starting to become a little bit of a numbers game. And I've made this point before. Like, if they can just, keep these drives going, even if at this point you can start settling for field goals. I don't think you need to start going for it if you're in field goal range. Just add on a little bit. The only thing is, no, I guess if you're up 12, which you are, if you get a field goal, yeah, that makes it a more than 2 touchdown game. Oh, yeah, that's right. I guess all these Seattle fans they probably got the Mariners game on. Because the game is out there in Seattle, the Seahawks and the Texans. Exciting time for Seattle sports fans, unless they like the NBA. Oh, boy, number 5 for Tampa Bay is gingerly walking off the field. There's your snap, play action pass from Goff under some pressure. Goff running, and he will be brought down and sacked. Boy, Goff, I think, wanted to take off there. He unfortunately does not have the speed to do that. They're going to say he got to the line of scrimmage. But it'll be 3rd down and 10. And come on, you guys got to at least get some points. Lions are 0 for 19 on 3rd downs of 10 or more yards this year. See if they can make it 1 for 20. Pass coming. Jared has some time. Going deep, looking for Williams. It's incomplete. Overthrew him. And the Lions fail to get a yard after turning it over, or forcing the Bucs to turn it over on downs. And Jake Bates will come in to try to kick a field goal to extend this lead. But a really disappointing. Yeah, geez. I mean, that's way overthrown. I don't know who he thought he was throwing that ball to. But this will be an even deeper field goal attempt than last time. Jake Bates, 58 yards is his career long. Here's the snap. Kick is doinked, but in. He doinks it in, and the Lions extend the lead. 24-9. And Detroit. I don't know what Baker's looking at. Are they wondering if that didn't go in? No, it looked like it doinked in. I mean, oh yeah. Yeah, it just got in. That is, all right, you'll take it. A 58-yard field goal by Jake Bates, and he's just happy it went through. So now Detroit up 15. And thanks to that, finally Detroit gets some points off a turnover. Despite all the turnovers they've had, they've gotten just 3 points off of them. That was on the turnover on downs. They didn't get a single yard. Not 1 yard, but they didn't need it. They got Bates. Now 10-18 to go, so still plenty of time in this ball game for both of these teams. So still not yet in that secure mode, but you're glad that Detroit managed to get some extra, security there on the board. And Jake Bates back out there to kick the kickoff. And there it is. That one is deep to the 1. Now past the 20, trying to find some sort of lane. He is stopped at about the 29-yard line. Oh, what the heck? What is this graphic, man? What is this? What is this graphic, man? How do they come up with this stuff? All right. Just over 10 minutes to go. Mayfield going to throw. Mayfield finally able to get it out. He was nearly brought down and sacked. That is going to be a first down to Cade Otton. That time he definitely got it. And the Buccaneers under 200 total yards tonight. Another pass coming from Baker, and he is able to get rid of it, and he throws it behind his intended receiver. 2nd down and 10. He's lucky he didn't get sacked there. Rock Yassin is on a bike there on the sideline. He's trying to work himself back into this. $9:42 to go. 2nd down and 10. Ball is at the Buccaneer 42. Another pass coming. Blitz is coming on Baker. He gets out somehow again. And Cade Otton is brought down at about the 49, maybe the 50. It'll be 3rd down again. But we got an injury here for the Lions. Hallett. He made the tackle. He has an interception on the night. He's grabbing his leg. Jeez Louise, man. This secondary is so decimated. That was Mollett. He tried to punch that ball out. And he's able to stand up fairly quickly. And he's able to walk off fairly gingerly. Meanwhile, Reddick for Tampa Bay is getting carted off. Hassan Reddick. I didn't even know he was on Tampa Bay. I'm not going to lie. Did not know that was where he was. So 3rd down and 2. Obviously, it's 4 down territory for Tampa Bay. So a play for a loss here would be massive. Clock will roll. They're going to hand it off, and he's going to just get it. Rashad White with the carry keeps the ball in the hands of Tampa Bay. Final 9 minutes of this game, and the Lions still up 15. They've held the lead all night. But you only need to lead one time in this game to win. Mayfield going deep, a little high and incomplete. Tez Johnson wanted it, but Baker, it's been a lot of errant throws. I mean, once again, that's a throw that very easily could have been intercepted. If I'm Baker Mayfield, I'm lucky that I'm not dealing with Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, Terrion Arnold, and DJ Reed, because plenty of those balls could have ended up in the hands of any one of those guys. So 2nd down and 10, ball at the Lion 48. Pass coming, pressure coming on Baker. He's going to finally throw it, and it is knocked down incomplete. There is a flag down. Harper in the coverage. I think there's going to be a holding, and it's pointing at Tampa Bay. I think it's going to be a hold. And it is going to be an offensive holding, and the Lions will decline it to make it 3rd down and 10. Aiden Hutchinson was getting held there, and it looked like it when I saw him bringing the pressure, so... So, once again, it's probably 4 down territory for the Buccaneers at this stage in the ball game. Buccaneers 3 for 11 on 3rd down, 1 for 2 on 4th downs. Mayfield takes a snap. Pass coming. Mayfield gets rid of it. It is caught for a 1st down. Tez Johnson goes up for it, and he comes away with it. 8.5 to go, and the Buccaneers keep the football. Tez Johnson with 58 yards and the lone touchdown for Tampa Bay. Mayfield, plenty of time. He's going to throw. It is caught and brought down is Rashad White. 2nd down. Are we going to show this? It's a great catch. It wasn't a great throw, to be perfectly honest. It was a little high there. Jeez. 2nd and 7. Pass coming. Mayfield brought down. Ball came out, and it is bouncing around. Who's got it? Wait for the signal. Oh, my goodness. They're trying to pull out, and it looks like it's going Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's got it. It'll be 3rd down. Al-Qadim Muhammad was in there, but the strip sack, I don't know how Detroit didn't come up with his football. Wow. A lucky bounce, or an unlucky bounce for Detroit. makes it third down for Tampa Bay. It's third down and 5. Ball is at the Detroit 30, maybe 29 and a half. What are they? The facial expressions of Dan Campbell here are very interesting. Huh? Huh? What? Wait, what? What are they? Who? Detroit is challenging something. What? Oh my gosh, how did 91 not come up with a football? I just I like it's right. I don't know. I understand it's the ball is slippery, it's hard to hold. You're under a lot of pressure. I don't know why Detroit is apparently challenging the line to gain. I don't know what is it? What are they trying to do? Other than just burn a timeout for no apparent reason. Oh man, if you come up with that football, you pretty much ice the game, though. Is that Tyleik Williams who? Yeah, it was Tyleik Williams, the rookie. Dang, rookie mistake, I guess. Okay. So why do we even challenge? I have no idea what the purpose of that was. I cannot understand. Why would you do that? You just burned a timeout and a challenge. Well, I think you're out of challenges at this point, right? Because you got your challenge back. Okay. I don't know what. That was weird. Third down and 5. Mayfield with Rachaad White to his right. He's going to throw. Baker under pressure from behind. Throw is incomplete. Hutchinson brought the pressure, forced Mayfield to get rid of it. And it'll be fourth down and 5. Yeesh. Hutchinson nearly came up with a sack there. I think he wanted to hold, maybe. It'll be fourth down and 5. Chance for Detroit to come away from this with no points. Tampa Bay 1 for 2 on fourth down. Pass coming. Mayfield throw is caught for a first down. Second for fourth down conversion, I believe, of this drive. And now with 7 minutes to go, Tampa Bay is just methodical getting down the field here. Another pass coming. Baker has so much time. Pass that time is caught just inside the 20, and the Buccaneers are into the red zone. I believe for the first time. I think it's the first red zone trip. Yeah, certainly the first red zone trip for the Buccaneers, not the first of the night. The Lions got into the red zone, their last touchdown. Second down and 8, 6.5 to go. Again, it's kind of becoming a little bit of a numbers game here, but still not totally out of reach if they can end this drive with a touchdown. 13 plays, at least, over 4 minutes burned. Baker going to the end zone. It is incomplete. Third down and 8. He wanted Johnson, and he missed him. That's not the first time that he's had bad throws this drive. Or just this night. It's just not been his night. You got to give credit to the Detroit defense for at times bringing pressure, but honestly, Baker is just not having a good night to begin with. 3rd down and 8. Baker 0 for 7 on 20-plus yard throws. That's actually really bad. Another pass. Baker throws it. It is caught and then tackled shy of the yards to gain by Whiteside. Or I'm sorry, that was Hallett. Another 4th down. It's certainly manageable 4th down, but the Buccaneers have been perfect at just keeping the ball this whole time. It's great one-on-one tackle by Hallett the second, or is that Hallett the third? I think it's just Hallett the second. 4th down and 5. 5.5 minutes to go. This would be a huge stop. Mayfield looking, airs it out to the end zone, incomplete. There is a flag. Detroit stop. And they're going to call defensive pass interference. Oh, my goodness. Mollett called for it. Oh, my gosh. The drive that won't end. The only thing I could say about this drive is that Tampa Bay is just losing time, and Calvin Shepard can't believe the call. This is just an agonizing drive for this defense. They just keep allowing Tampa Bay to stay alive. Mayfield looking, pressure coming. Mayfield breaking free, rolling to his left. Pass is caught, and it's only going to be about a 1 or maybe 2 yard gain. 2nd down and 8. Aiden Hutchinson just pushes the lineman into Baker Mayfield, which forces him to roll out. That's Shepard with the reception, 2 yard gain. This has been over a 5.5 minute long drive for Tampa Bay. Mayfield, once again under pressure, throws. It is knocked down. Oh, man, he had Egbuka open, but Whiteside made a heck of a play to make it 3rd down and 8. The only thing I'll say is I wish the clock was moving. Underthrown, and Whiteside, he very well could have intercepted that, but he knocks it down. A great play. Again, if it wasn't for our secondary being so hurt, I wouldn't be shocked if Baker had maybe 3 interceptions based on some of the throws he's been making, or throws he's been throwing. 3rd down and 8. Mayfield looking for the end zone. It is incomplete. Jack Campbell in coverage makes it 4th down and 8 with less than 4.5 minutes to go. And this has got to be the last chance for this defense to get off the field. The Buccaneers have been perfect on 4th down this whole drive. They got 5 seconds to snap it. 3, 2, 1, 0. Just got it off. Mayfield looking, fires for the end zone. Incomplete. Turnover on downs, and the Lions defense bends but does not break. 1st and 10 for Detroit, 4:24 to go. Just a great night for this defense. Calvin Shepard is fired up. Dan Campbell's fired up. I know that they gave up a lot on that drive, but bend don't break. Handoff goes to Montgomery. He'll only gain a yard, if that. And I think the clock has stopped. Somebody called timeout. ESPN is one of the best hockey themes, although it's not as good as NBC's old NHL theme. That theme was so good. That music was so good. Are they going to show a graphic for the NBA doubleheader? There we go. Cavs, Knicks, Spurs, Mavs. First look at Cooper Flag. Anyway, Pistons play on Wednesday. They play the Bulls. All right, second down and 9. Tampa Bay burned their first timeout. Handoff goes to Montgomery, and he will slide forward for a gain of maybe 2. And Tampa Bay once again using a timeout. They're using these relatively early. They're down 15, so they'll need 2 touchdown drives and at least 1 successful 2-point conversion. And again, that's why that early 2-point conversion where they attempted and that stop, that really changes the way that the Buccaneers are going to have to approach this game. Third down and 7. Lions got a chance to ice this game with a successful drive here. Goff with a quick pass out to St. Brown. It'll go for a loss. And the clock will be stopped one last time by the Buccaneers as they call timeout. Detroit goes 3 and out after the defense forces the turnover on downs. I mean, this is the thing about this game when, the result is becoming more and more clear as the clock gets closer and closer to the end. The Lions left a lot of points on the board. They really did. A very unsuccessful night, I would say, for the offense. But the defense kept them in this game. Guys stepped up. Calvin Shepard had an amazing game plan. And the offense did score when it needed to, admittedly. But, definitely a lot of points left on the board. And there's still time left yet for this offense to get back on the field and score. Jack Fox boots that one well deep, all the way to inside the 25, and trying to get past the 30, but swarmed by black Lions jerseys to about the 31-yard line. Less than 4 minutes to go, and the Lions got a 15-point lead. Not out of it yet, for sure, but just the way this defense for Detroit has been playing, and the fact that now Tampa Bay is out of timeouts, it's going to be an uphill battle for the Buccaneers. No doubt about it. And there's Brad Holmes, Executive Vice President, General Manager, the architect of this whole team. Notable second and fourth round picks. You got Aleem McNeil, St. Brown, Kirby Joseph, Sam Laporta, Brian Branch, Tate Ratledge, and Isaac Tesla. All contributors in some way, shape, or form. Mayfield, under immediate pressure. He's rolling and throwing. It is caught by Egbuka, and he's got a lot of room to run all the way into Lion territory. That is a huge play for Tampa Bay. You can't give up those plays, not in this spot. 58 yards on 4 catches for Egbuka. It's his biggest catch of the night. Mayfield looking under pressure, gets rid of it, incomplete. It's another one of those bad throws. I mean, to be fair, our defensive line is not exactly making it easy for him, but 27 for 48, 214 yards with just one touchdown and an interception. He has been called upon to run this game, and he has just not answered the call. Second down and 10. 51 total pass plays with 11 rushes. And that's not a winning strategy. Mayfield under pressure, and he's brought down and sacked. He's tripped by, I believe Wheat? Who the heck is Wheat? An 11-yard loss on the sack by number 99, Wheat. Wow, I'm surprised that's not called for a penalty for tripping. But as it stands, it's a sack and a half for Wheat. 4 total sacks for both teams. 4 sacks for each team, 8 total. Mayfield under pressure again. He throws. It is incomplete. Nobody home. Makes it 4th down and 21. And obviously, they are going to be going for it with 2:33 to go in this game. So pretty much the last chance here for Tampa Bay, because if they turn it over on downs, all Detroit's got to do is get a first down because Tampa Bay's out of TOs. Pass coming. Baker under some pressure, throws it up the middle. It is caught, but short. Tackle made by, I don't know who that was, but it'll be a turnover on downs. And the Lions are a first down away from icing this game. And Baker Mayfield upset, apparently. Was that Malcolm Rodriguez? No. Baker Mayfield arguing with the referee. Well, you have a bad day in the office, son. That's what happens when you try to play in Detroit. This defense is not going to let you have any kind of fun. He better be careful. He can find himself a fine. But man, Detroit coming into this game, a beat-up defense, an offense that frankly had kind of been struggling the last few weeks. And the offensive struggles are legit. This is now 2 weeks in a row where I think they've left significant points on the board and gotten their own way in many, many facets. Handoff to Montgomery will go for no gain, maybe even a loss. And that will go to the 2-minute warning. So now Detroit just needs a first down. So you got to think Goff is just going to be airing it out. They're going to say Montgomery got to the line of scrimmage. This is the thing about this Lions team is that, they don't play a perfect game, but they find ways to win. I said this a few weeks ago about the game against the Browns, which is actually the last home game, believe it or not. They don't have to play a perfect game because they're just so much more disciplined. That one of the 3 areas of the team, offense, defense, special teams, is going to step up and have a game. In the Bears game, it was obviously the offense. You dropped 50 points. Browns game, it was special teams. This game, it was the defense. The Ravens game is pretty much everything. It was the run game, I'd say, was primarily. So Ravens game was pretty much all-out domination, which was why it was so satisfying. But this is even more satisfying because this is probably the biggest win of the year so far for Detroit. And, I guess the one mark against them, if you could call it that, was to this point they hadn't beaten anybody that people would consider a big-time contender. The Ravens have fallen out. The Bears, I guess maybe the Bears have kind of risen there. They lost to the Packers on the road to start the year. they're going to knock off the number one team in the NFC this year and go into their bye to get even healthier on the defensive side. And they have completely shut down one of the top quarterbacks in this league in Baker Mayfield. That's got to count for something. Maybe the weird thing about this team is we're going to be talking more about the defense than we are about the offense. All right. Speaking of, because we're in a commercial, I would like to check the baseball score. Oh boy. Top of the seventh, still 3-1 Seattle. Man on first and second.
No, he just does what he wants. Nothing stop college football. Nothing stop Brand. It's a true story. Risking it all. Pushing themselves, they're willing to make consistently to fight for what you believe in. This is not easy for Bruce. They can't play this.
No. Just need to put it all together. So true. So true. I mean, like, I guess that's what's exciting about this team is that you feel like they're not firing on all cylinders in many ways. There's a run for a gain of maybe 3? Is that going to make it third down? Yeah, third down and 7. So what do you got? John Morton to get 7 yards to just finish this game off. Lions going into this next week with the bye. Then they got the Vikings at home. They got the Commanders on the road and the Eagles on the road. Those are going to be those next 2 road games. Those are going to be the next big challenge for this team, I would say. Third down and 7, Goff under center. There's your snap. Handoff goes to Montgomery, and he will pick up a yard. So it'll be 4th down, and Jack Fox is going to be brought out here to punt this one away. Again, it's just a numbers game. I think they're just like, whatever. Just run the ball. Don't risk any major mistakes, pick sixes, fumble rooskies, whatever you want to call it. Not a perfect night for Goff. 20 for 29, 241 yards, just 1 touchdown and a pick. But still a pretty good night. The interception notwithstanding, obviously it ended up swinging some of the momentum in favor of Tampa Bay. But look, they gave up that opening drive touchdown in the third quarter to start the second half, and that was it. Little did we know the game was over. We just didn't know it yet. So Detroit, I believe, just called timeout there before to avoid the delay of game. But 18 seconds left in this game as they will punt it away, and they will force Tampa Bay to be in surrender formation. I don't think they're going to be running any sort of plays here. And in a way, that's an even more satisfying formation than victory formation, is forcing your opponent to knee it down when they know the game is over and just end the bleeding. What if we fake the punt here? That would truly be the funniest thing. All right, what are we waiting for, guys? The clock is not running. Lions defense, 4 sacks, 12 pass PBU. I think that's pass blocked. I don't know what that PBU means, to be honest with you. And a few takeaways as well. Tez Johnson fair catches the ball, and Baker Mayfield, I'm assuming, will come in just one last time. Jahmyr Gibbs, probably the MVP of the offense tonight, over 100 total, certainly over 100 yards on the ground, almost 200 yards in totality, couple of touchdowns, both of them on the ground. Just a great night for him. 218 scrimmage yards, so he did have more than 200 yards. Most by a Detroit player since 2013 when Calvin Johnson did it. Brad Holmes called him a weapon, and the Buccaneers knee it out. And that will do it. Final score, Lions 24-9. They blow out the Buccaneers by multiple scores, and they will go to 5-2 at the bye with their 5th straight win on Monday Night Football, the largest streak in franchise history. That was a good win. That was good. That was stressful, but it was a good win. That was fun. Wasn't pretty, like I've been saying. It wasn't perfect, but you know what? Defense played outstanding. Jahmyr Gibbs played outstanding. It was just a good win. Good team win. So definitely we'll take that for sure. So, all right. It is late, but not that late. It's only 10:21, which I can appreciate in a way. I would like to actually do that. Anyway. So yeah. Thank you all for coming by and listening in. We'll be back tomorrow evening to talk, all about the game and all the sporting news of the week. How Jonathan Smith still has a job is a mystery to many, many people, myself included. I'm going to mute that real quick. So, all right. Oh, by the way, Seahawks up 7-0 on the Texans. So, all right. Well, I'm going to go take a shower, I guess. I don't know. It's like my whole day is all weird because I was working from 8:30 until 6:30. Then I had to eat my dinner while I watched the game on live. I need some time for quiet. So, all right. Thank you all for stopping by. We'll be back tomorrow, like I said. Have a good rest of your night and take care. Go Lions. What a win. Go Lions. Great win.